There's Eric.
What's
What's
up?
up, Broheem? Another wonderful evening of Smallmouth Crush Live coming straight at you at 8:30 a.m. Did you see that mistake I made?
That's fantastic, man. I was up early. I was up at like 7:30, had breakfast, combed my hair, had some coffee, called you at 8:15 a.m., and Travis was nowhere to be found. So I thought it might just have been a printing error and just went on with my day.
I can't believe it. So you knew this. I just found out 45 minutes ago.
Man, when you run a busy schedule, it's tough to keep it all straight. You need an assistant, and it's not me.
I test drove the Nitro today.
What'd you think about that Nitro, man? You got your whole battleship rigged up.
So I'm not going to talk details because I can go in. I have a really awesome kick-ass video that I'll be putting out here shortly.
That's a whole nother video.
But general thoughts of the boat. It's the fastest Nitro I've owned so far.
Came out of the mold on Friday, not Monday.
Why are you lagging, though? Your voice is off, dude. It'll catch back up. We'll be fine.
It'll catch up, man. All right, cool. We'll hang in there.
Hopefully. Let me bring you off the screen real quick.
Sure.
And now it's just me, and I'll talk to you guys about my Nitro real quick, and maybe it'll catch up, and we can see Eric talking instead of hand movement. But no, so the Nitro's been great. Test drove it today. The Garmin Force trolling motor is what I went with. 4.5 miles an hour at top speed. Super quiet. You don't even know it's on. And hopefully it holds up. That's to be determined. Electronics are all working. I tested them. I made sure the live wells were running. Everything was working. The oxygenators in the boat. So we are good to go. No, now you're on the right side of the screen. Move your lips, Eric. Say something.
That was my movie invitation. Did it work?
No, you're behind. So what I'm going to do, we have a treat tonight. We have Austin with us somewhere here. I'm going to bring him up. There he is. Austin.
What's up? Oh, talk to me, Chiefs. Hey, there's a lot of Chiefs in this tribe right now. What's going on, y'all?
There is. So you're lining up perfect. Eric's quiet right now, so we don't know.
Uh-oh.
Okay, dude, we're in sync. We're in sync.
Yes, I love it. Hey, we should start a band and call them In Sync.
We should. That's a good name.
That'd be
That's
awesome.
a good name. Eric, what's your favorite, what would it be called? Pop band of the 90s.
Wow, good question, man.
Yeah.
Pop band. I don't know. I'd have to go through my playlist and figure out what band was hot in the 90s.
Well,
Come on.
I mean,
Hey,
Duran.
let's go.
Duran.
fair enough. How about
Hungry
you,
like
Austin?
the wolf, man. Hungry like the wolf.
Austin,
I'm hungry like
Austin,
Big Bait
what's your
tonight.
band of choice?
You know what? I'm kind of eclectic, and I'm going to go a little old school. I'm only 27, but I'm going to go with U2 because here's the deal: is I love their game. I just love their game. They're four dudes that make killer music. Bono, love the jive, and
Love it, man.
love the Edge. Anyone named the Edge is a dang stud.
It's a beautiful day, brother. It's a beautiful day, man.
I love it.
In New York.
Oh, it's great.
All right, so how is this show going to go down tonight? So Austin is one of the top experts in the country when it comes to big swim baits, and he's going to share anything and everything swim bait related. I know you put a lot of good bass in the boat. You have a little tackle store, maybe a big tackle store. I don't know. Tell us about that. Tell us about your guide business. Tell us what you're all about. Eric's going to be asking a lot of questions. I'm going to be taking notes. I'm going to try to moderate. We're going to get through some questions tonight. We both got a guide tomorrow, so we're going to try not to make it. Sometimes we roll, we've been pushing
Midnight.
2 a.m., midnight.
Oh, I'll
12,
try.
1, 2.
My wife says I can talk. Easy E knows I can talk. And anyways, I'll try to keep it short, though. But anyways, born and raised in South Carolina, just outside of Lake Wylie. My mom and dad ended up moving to Maryland, a little town called Crofton. Anyways, I love to fish. I'm fishing at a farm pond one day on a golf course right down the road from Eric's house. And I'm fishing, and this dude comes running by me, and I catch like a 4-pounder on a spinning rod, and he's freaking out. He's like, man, that's a giant bass. Let me take a picture. takes a picture. And he's like, "You got to come see my basement." I'm 8 years old at the time.
Wait a second. How old is Eric then?
Eric's probably like, I'd say 42.
Yeah, I knew his dad. He didn't know I knew his dad at the time.
So you got a guy saw you catch a 4-pounder and invites you into his home.
No, his basement. So listen to this.
Bass candy.
Yeah, I said, "Hey, Mom, this man wants me to go to his basement and look at his fish and stuff." And my mom, like super overprotective mom's like, "Not happening. You're not doing that." And then Eric was like, "No, I live on the same road. What do we live? Like 6 houses down from each other."
Yeah.
Anyways, I went down to the bass lab. What you see behind you, I promise you, I was the original eyes on the prize. So,
wow.
I have so many memories and so much bass memories, and even just staring at it, man, just absolutely just turning my wheels. But anyways, I end up just being really good fishing buddies with Eric. I'm a great baseball player. I go to Western Carolina University on a baseball scholarship, and I end up getting hurt. And, man, just filled with pride and ego, I ended up, man, people put their identity in what they feel like gives them the most value. And that was baseball for me. So my baseball career ended, and I actually tried to take my life. I overdosed on painkillers, and my roommate had actually found me unconscious, called 911. They came back, brought me back to life. About a month later, I surrendered my life to Jesus, and I gave my life to Christ. And he's like, "Hey, man, you never know. Maybe your love for fishing, God wants to use your love for fishing to reach people for, the greater mission of the gospel, that God came to redeem sinners from their sin in this broken world." And man, I gave my life to the Lord. I started my guided fishing business. But check this out. When I was in that very basement, crazy how God orchestrates life. I was in that very basement. Eric goes, "You've got to check out this movie I have called Southern Trout Eaters." He goes, "Guys are throwing Huddleston swim baits and catching 8 and 9 pounders in the mountains of the Carolinas." And Eric,
mountains of the Carolinas?
Those are the lakes behind my university. And I was like, holy crap. So here I am watching Southern Trout Eaters with Eric, not knowing that God's ultimate plan was for me to be a fishing guide and take people out in his creation and catch giant bass as a way to worship him. And absolutely incredible. So I've been guiding now for almost a decade.
That's crazy to think about, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's just wild, because I think so oftentimes in our life we ask ourselves, like, man, what's going on? Like, I believe God, and I believe God has a bigger plan, but I just don't understand it. And man, here I am coming out of a season of suicide, depression. I'm coming out of, just brokenness, not knowing what I want to do, no purpose, no mission. And the whole entire time, God was orchestrating my footsteps and colliding it, with just what was going to be. And, next thing I know, I bring a boat down. I go to a little private vacation rental place that sits on one of the lakes. I make some brochures. I book 50 trips, and I'm like, wow, feeling like a college kid, or a cool college kid. I got some money in my pocket. I said, I'm going to go up on my rates, and I'm going to go to all the other lakes. And I literally went to every vacation rental, every private community, ended up booking 150 trips. And now we do 200 to 250 trips a year, and have a little tackle shop, man. And we get to make an impact, on the community. We get to introduce, man, I can't even tell you. I take north of 150 kids fishing every year, probably north of, 175 people catching their biggest bass with me. And, man, it's something special. And I oftentimes have to pinch myself just thinking that God can use a broken person like me, just for a higher mission that's even more than fishing. So super excited. And then, it just leads right into today. In this moment, just getting to talk big baits with guys from all over the country. Two awesome fellas. Eric, honestly, my fishing hero, a mentor, a business mentor, a friend, somebody who I've called in a pinch many a times. And of course,
thanks, Austin.
New relationship, with you, Travis. Come on, easy. I'm about to tear up even looking.
I know, brother, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you saying that, man. I remember our talks, man, when you were at your darkest moments, man, talking about fishing, talking about life, doing that U-turn. I mean, look, guys, Austin was headed for the major leagues, and I'm just going to brag on you for a minute. I mean, the kid, a spectacular athlete. You definitely the scouts were looking at you freshman and sophomore year, and then those injuries, and then that was it. And it's like, what am I going to do now? And I'm like, Austin, I always think you love bass fishing more than you love baseball. You had a passion for it. You were a nut about debates. You were just so determined. I mean, you were the Casting Kids champion, 10 grand. I mean, he was a Bass Kids champion right there.
Wow.
And you went to the national championship. You fished with Boyd Duckett. I can't remember how you did, but you went to the national championship. You started a bass club at your university, became president. I mean, just what an incredible turnaround. I mean, from like literally a soul-crushing dream, not going to the show, baseball, to like turning around and doing something with fishing and really, you know, performing at the top level of your game there too, man. So I'm super proud of you, man. You know it, man. It makes me feel good, man.
Man, I just, like I said, Eric, I mean, you and I, you still have these conversations, you know, probably once a month, just about life and everything. And there's something Rick Clunn said when he won that last tournament down in, I guess,
Florida.
Yep. He said, never think that your best days are behind you. And when he said that, I'm serious, man. I'll be honest, I'm a hyper emotional person. I cry a lot and I love the Lord. And I think it's okay because Jesus wept. But, you know, when he said, never think your best days are behind you, man, it stirred up something in me. And it just is a constant reminder, like, man, there's a spirit of perseverance that the Lord he puts into people. And I think if we just keep battling through life, you know, I used to think obstacles got in the way of life until I realized that they're a part of life. And man, and I'm like, let's ride this. Let's grab this bull by the horns and ride this thing. So
no question about it. So I mean, after the big bait like video that we both watched, Southern Trout Eaters DVD by Matt Peters, who's got like the sexiest voice alive as a man. I mean, dude, that blew my mind. I had dreams. Like I told Austin, I'm going to go catch the Maryland state record at Deep Creek Lake. Oh. And ask me now if I've ever thrown a big glide bait on Deep Creek. I still have not. And so the first time that I committed to a big bait was with Austin down on Smith Mountain Lake. And I mean, let's start with that story right there. I show up at Smith Mountain Lake. Austin says, dude, we decided we're going to fish the Big Bass Tour. Your dad was going down with a guy. Austin said, you want to do it? I'm like, I'm so in. Let's go. I drive down. I meet Austin. Of course, I got a bunch of gear with me. I have a couple rods I can throw big baits on. I have a few of my big baits, but Austin's got the big bait in my opinion. And I'm like, dude, why are you bringing a trout bait to a lake that has no trout? He goes, Galasso, just listen, learn, and watch. Dude, on the first practice day, it was like this misty, foggy, and Austin's going, it's not really the right conditions for it, but let's go see if we can find some big fish. Dude, he chucks it back behind a boat dock, and I mean, it sounded like Nagasaki, first of all. When you throw this thing in the water, I'm laughing my ass off going, it sounds like somebody's throwing a brick off the top of the floating dock. That's not going to catch anything. They didn't care. You reel in that 5.5 pounder, I'm like, uh-oh, it's about to get off, man. And, I mean, I'll let you tell the day 2 story, like go time, tournament time. So we located some big fish. So I start out the morning with a plopper. I catch a 5.4, which ends up being a $300 fish. I'm feeling good. I'm like, yeah, we're going to cash some money today, but we're fishing for a Triton. And then we get into this cove, and it's about 11 o'clock. Bluebird, light whisper wind. Austin, you take over, man.
Yeah, so the big deal with Smith Mountain was most highland reservoirs, you have an upper end that has cloudy water and you have a lower end that's clear water. Naturally, in my lakes, it's super, super clear water. Like the muddiest my lakes will get is like 8-foot clarity. I'm like, we need to go to the south end of the lake. And that's where we kind of spent most of our practice. Well, what happens is on high bluebird sky days in the spring, when that water's probably 50 degrees, what happens is those fish, right, they're cold-blooded. So they're using that sun as like an incubator to warm themselves. And then obviously their eggs, that's where they're going to spawn. But what happened on Smith Mountain was there were very, very few floating docks. So we pull up into that cove, and there's a gambler bass boat, a black gambler. And I don't know how many people went on Eric's Instagram and saw a story, but there was a black gambler.
Oh, it's on my story. You guys can watch it.
I literally said, Eric, there's a giant underneath this gambler. It's the only black floating thing. Remember, just I don't know who the scientist was, but black absorbs the light. So black is naturally going to be hotter. That's why fish get on rocks on sunny days in the wintertime. That's why black floating docks, even when the water's really cold, you'll see them up suspended under it. So I take that big Gancraft, I throw it by. I'm like looking at my next cast like, man, this cove looks right. I look back, I go, dude. And this giant 7-pounder goes, ah, and eats the thing. And I swing, set the hook, and I'm like, Eric, get him in the boat. And
Travis.
Yeah.
Austin.
Can you hear me?
What's wrong? Hello?
Can you?
Everything's good, Eric.
Eric, look, Eric's so shook up about this story right now. He can't.
Everything's good on my end.
Eric, can you hear us? Did we lose Easy E?
We must have.
Oh no.
I'm still here.
Well,
Okay. All right. So I'm grinding on this fish. I'm like, Eric, you've got to get this fish in the net. He nets it. It ends up being like a 6.5 pounder. I think it's the third biggest fish of the tournament, but it ate a big trout swim bait, which was just absolutely off the hook. So it was madness. And I think it just like, it twisted Eric because Eric's like,
Oh, dude, I watched the whole thing go down. I'm watching this fish. He goes, oh, dude. And then all of a sudden he's like, you're making this. This is the bait, by the way. And so he's making this big Gancraft 230 slow sinking. He's making it go, choot, choot, choot. And all of a sudden this big bass goes like this. In slow motion, opens its mouth and goes, and sucks the tail hook in. And he goes, quick. And then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, it was madness. But I think that next day I said, you know what, we won 1 hour with that one. I think it was like the third biggest fish of the tournament. But my deal was I was like, I'm going bigger. I'm like, I want a bigger fish. So I picked up a Depths 250, 10-inch glide bait, soft skin.
Oh, yeah.
We had one bite that next day. But that's the thing with this. You're going, you got to understand when you make the commitment, like so many guys want to get into big bait fishing. But their big thing is, I like little fish tugging on my pole. And I'm like, man, I've caught so many little fish. I'm like, let me tell you something. When I walk into people's house, it's never them holding up a stringer of a bunch of dinks. It's them holding 1, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15-pound fish. And then it's like, man, that was that's the memory. Yeah, sure, it was great catching them with a worm with Grandpa. And don't get me wrong, worms catch big fish. Eric.
Oh, yeah.
I call Eric Fairy Wand Kenobi. He is the master Jedi with the fairy wand.
No. I would say Travis takes that cake. He got me on that one.
Fairy Wand Kenobi and Yoda. But
I'd be the Yoda.
There you go. Yeah, you kind of look like Yoda with that gray. I'm like,
I'm feeling it. That's right.
He's got wisdom. But I'm like, when I go out, I called it dream catcher guides, because everybody aspires to have a dream catch. And I feel like my big business is, man, listen, we might only go out and catch 3 fish today, but I promise you they're going to be giants. And we have a ton of success. I've caught 12s, 11s, 10s, 9. I mean, I can count, baby. It's
crazy. It's crazy. So this is the bait that did the work, right? I mean, would you agree? That got the most follow. So Austin had 2 of these. This is the bait that Austin handed to me. I did not own one at the time. And little did I know I was going to buy the bait from him when I cracked it off the dock. So you can see right there, I did a little repair on that with some
good repair. I was like, no,
thank you.
That's a great repair, dude.
No, thank you, man. You know what I used? I used a product called Sugru, Sugrue. I mean, Sugru.
Yes.
And it's moldable glue.
Yes.
And that thing is soft and it works perfectly, man. So this got a lot of hook rash. Then I took this thing down to Gaston, and so Austin, the other thing I want to tell you about Smith Mountain Lake, you made a great call. You looked at the lake map, and I know you talked about this, about the floating docks, but you decided you wanted the deepest, clearest water you could find. And with floating docks, that had a good concentration of both. You made the right call. I pulled out at Smith Mountain with this bait that Austin gave me, one that made me buckled my knees. It made me shake. I had 2 fish tracking, and one was definitely a double digit. I've never seen a bass of that size at that moment. I saw a bigger one at Kerr with my buddy Scooter throwing this. Neither have made it, but just to pull a fish like that and watch it was is crazy. I took this down to Gaston, and I practiced up near the dam, pre-spawn, and I told Austin this story, and I think I've told this story on the show before. First floating dock I came to, it was covered. It wasn't floating. Sorry, it was a hard dock. Covered dock. No boats in the slip. This was the first cast I made under a dock. I pulled a 6 out of that slip. The next side, I pulled a 4 out. Then I went down a grass line and pulled a 5.5. I pulled so many fish out. I caught about a 6 in a beaver hut. And then I showed Brian Briesmeister, who I'd been on the phone with all morning, going, dude, you're not going to believe what I found. And I marked all these fish because we had a tournament the next day. So he brings his Ranger. He meets me with my Skeeter. I make 1 cast to the longest dock in a cut, a perfect spawning cut, by the way. And I made a bad cast because I didn't want to hit the back of the engine. I already broke this bait once. I didn't want to break it again. I knew I might use it game day. And So I'm doing my reel, steady, slow reel, and then I throw a couple hitches in it mid retrieve, and then I engage the reel again, and I'm looking for my next cast, and he goes, "Oh my God, dude, there's like a 7," and I look, and the bass is like coming open mouth, charging it, and I pull the bait away, and he goes, "Oh my God, I guess that bait is amazing."
Yeah.
So he didn't believe the stories that I was telling him on the phone from like 7 a.m. to 1 o'clock when he got to the lake on that Friday for practice. We came in second place, I believe. We had big fish of the tournament, a 6'8" that I located with this bait. We did not end up catching that fish on this bait, but it showed us where that fish lived. And I think our stringer was like just shy of 18 pounds. So that was a gas.
Let's talk misconception, right? Because he's Meister, perfect example of a guy who goes like, "Oh, nothing's going to eat that. It's too big." Dude, literally, on this tackle, you can see right behind my right shoulder, I've got big 8-inch mega bass mag drafts. I've got some HUDs around the corner. Guys are constantly coming in. "What are you fishing for with that?" And I said, "Well, I'm fishing for big bass." And I said, "Here's the deal. When you were a little kid, I bet you loved goldfish snacks. Who doesn't love goldfish snacks?" They're like, "Oh, yeah, goldfish are the freaking best." I'm like, duh, obviously. Now, as a grown man, what do you like? Would you rather have goldfish or a filet mignon? And they're like, "Man, I'd rather have a filet mignon." Now, why? Okay, some could say taste buds, appreciation, whatever. But the reality is those fish lives revolve around two things: sex and efficiency. They have to reproduce, and then they have to be totally efficient with how they feed. So if a giant mature bass is it more, if they're going to go chase a school of shad, they have to burn more energy and then feed more to make up for all the energy they burned, or they can sit in one spot and eat one singular lure and be perfectly fine. So it's about efficiency. I tell people like this: when you're, an older man, do older men go out and mow the lawn? Some may, but most of them hire people. You ain't no old man, though. You ain't no old. Most old people, someone else. Why? Because their life revolves around efficiency. They don't want to spend the energy for the lack of reward. Rather, the energy that they do spend, they want to make it count. So a big bass thinks the same way, and that's why, listen, on lakes in the South, man, we're going to go through my swim bait box, my go-to swim baits. You can buy them all through Dreamcatchers Fishing Supply, through my store. You can find me on my channel, find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram. But the big deal is I like to match the hatch. I match it with the time of the year and the water conditions, and big fish like big baits. And like I said, man, don't get me wrong. Do big fish eat a jig? Absolutely. Do big fish eat a shaky head? Absolutely. A wacky worm? Absolutely. A small kitech? Absolutely. A topwater? Absolutely. But when I get guys in the store and they're like, "Yeah, I caught a 7-pounder last year on a worm, so I can catch 7-pounders," I'm like, "That's good, man. We're catching them every other trip, and we're catching multiple ones. It's just different. You're fishing for a different caliber fish, and that's what you're going for." So, anyways, man, it works.
Amen.
It just works. And here's the deal: a lot of people ask me, I'm a Garmin guy. I love Garmin. I love Lowrance too, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, I get a lot of people that are like, "What's your favorite fish finder?" And I'm like, my favorite fish finder is a glide bait because it moves so much.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
As far as a tool to find bedding fish, like you said, I mean, oh my gosh, dude.
It's unbelievable.
I've got some stuff we're going to get to tonight talking about how to use glide baits in more than just a fish catching situation. Blow your freaking mind. I'm serious.
Yep.
I promise tomorrow I'll be guiding, throwing a hookless one out in front of people just so we can locate big ones to come back to later. It's just what we do, man. It's freaking awesome.
It's awesome, man. All right. Where do you want to go next, man? Set it up. Let's talk about it. How do you employ glide baits beginning of the year? Right now we're in the spawn, right?
Let's do this. Let's talk about choosing glide baits depending on time of the year. I actually put a video up on my channel, like, how do I choose the right swim bait for the conditions? Because you get people, they say, "I want to commit to it. I want to catch a big bass on it, but where do I start?" So first off, before anything going, I'm sure Travis and Eric will both tell you guys this. Before you ever get to the lake, the first thing you need to be thinking about is the seasonal pattern. What in the world are the fish doing? Humans have patterns. We have patterns. Bass have patterns. So you need to think about the seasonal pattern. So in the winter time, and I consider winter really 48, 50 degrees and below in the South. Obviously, it's different up there. You guys get freeze overs, but I consider it 50 degrees and below in the South. And what I'm thinking about doing, how about this? You guys answer the question. What's a great lure to throw when it's blistering cold water?
Oh, I mean, a blade bait, like blistering cold for us. Yeah.
A blade bait. What else?
I
What
mean,
you
a jig, a shaky head.
Okay, boom. What do all three of those baits have in common?
I mean, they're bottom contacting baits, right?
They're bottom contacting baits, and even the blade bait. Obviously, you're creating more of a reaction strike, but
Sure.
it's lethargic because
Very slow.
you're trying to match the bait forage to
Yeah.
the lethargicness of the fish.
Correct.
So what swim bait will I choose? I'll choose a Huddleston swim bait, something that's slow, that drags the bottom, that matches the fish's metabolism. If the fish are really slow and they're on the bottom, I'm going to throw a bait with very little simple action, slow on the bottom. So I think about the ABT wagtail. For those of you guys who want to be a little different than the HUD scene, I've got ABT wagtails. I love them too, but I like throwing a HUD style bait. I've got one right here. Oh, I've got a bunch right here. And we're going to talk about why I choose one over the other. This is some herring sauce. This one, you can tell.
Wow.
It's been chewed a little bit. But this is a blueback herring imitator. It's a Huddleston 68. It's a 6-inch with an 8-inch tail. But simple action. This is what it looks like under the water when I reel it real slow.
Yeah, right.
And it's simple, and it sits on the bottom. It's the fish are just laying there. They see it swim by, they just eat it, right? So then that's on my herring lakes, but they also stock trout. Hey, how about this, Eric? Who you think?
Oh, you did that, bro. Come on now.
Who do you think taught me how to customize with all kinds of nail polish and spike it? Anyways, on our lakes, a lot of herring lakes. Oh, talk to me, Sauce. On a lot of our lakes, they stock brown trout to try to control the herring population. Well, they throw in the brown trout that are 9 inches, and I'm like, well, guess who's home? Daddy's home. This is the brown trout sauce, man. So anyways, 50 degrees and below, wintertime, I'm trying to throw something slow to match the fish's metabolism.
Right on.
Right? Again, I'm trying to match the hatch, right? Herring lakes, I like herring. If they've stocked trout, I like trout. Both of these baits are going to catch big fish. The bigger fish I've caught on a HUD have been with the 8-inch and even the 10-inch HUD. So then you transition from wintertime into springtime. When you're transitioning into that, right, the water's warming. What are the fish doing? Right, seasonal patterns. They're moving up to spawn. They're gorging. They're getting hyped up. They're eating a ton of food. Well, really, I consider that pre-spawn 50 to 60 degree water, and then I consider the springtime really 52 to 55 all the way to 70 degrees. I tell people this general rule of thumb: as the water temperature picks up, so does the action of your swim baits. So what has a little more action than a HUD but not quite crazy action? That's when we get into the king beasts. We get into the glide baits. This is a personal favorite since using the Gancraft. I love the Gancraft. I still own Gancrafts. I don't throw Gancraft. I like throwing ABT homicide glides. This is the reason why. I think you guys can see it a little better, no doubt. Easy E before Epic Eric. But check this out. When these fish, so a glide bait action. It glides real slow, just like this. But I can pick up the pace and get it cutting crazy. So it's just going like this, and then picks up the pace and it goes crazy. So I can control the action based on the water temperature. If it's slower, man, I just pull that thing through the water. But when I see them coming after it harder, the biggest mistake I see guys make with a glide bait is when one's following it, they slow it down. Never slow it down. I've never seen a bait fish when being chased by a bass. I've never seen a bait fish just stop. Always, they just when bait fish are getting chased, trout, herring alike, they pick up the pace. So when one's chasing it, I'll actually pick up my pace, and I call it the do or die. They're either going to do it or they're not. So I like to pick up that glide bait. So that glide bait for me, once again, I'm thinking about matching the hatch, right? If it's a herring lake or a gizzard shad lake, there's the high-powered herring. There's a lot of gizzard shad imitators. Great baits for gizzard shad lakes. But as the water heats up, so does the action. So I like going to that glide bait in that 50 to 70 degree water. Now above 70 degree water.
Hey, Austin, real quick, can I ask you about that the homicide glide? I want to ask why you've switched. Now, one of the things you were telling me about the Gancraft that you've experienced is a lot of headshots, right? And so you were missing fish because they bite it on the head. So I want to step back and show something. You could talk about this too. Yeah. So the ABT comes with a hook hanger on the head. And what's interesting is this hook slot Do you use that or do you let it swing free?
I swing it. What happens? So act
Okay,
like
so
shot it. Headshot it real quick. Act
Yeah.
like you're headshot it.
yeah,
Now glide your hand backwards on it.
yeah, you're gonna miss it, right? So what he's talking about is there's this little slot right here that if you want to, if you're in more weedy cover, you could put that in the slot. Now, do you use the slot on the middle hook or no? Let them all swing free.
Hey, baby, I like to free ball. I'll be honest.
And then look, there's a hook on the tail. Now, do these hooks come stock, and do you replace them, or do you fish them with the stock hooks?
So that's a great question. So one is when those fish listen, big fish eat things head first. How many times have you seen?
Oh my God, yeah.
Bass in another bass's mouth. They eat it head first. So here's the deal: is when they'll headshot these baits. Sometimes they'll tackle it from the side. But ultimately what they're going to try to do, even if tackling it from the side, they're going to try to hit the head. So I always free swing because as a bass eats, it creates a suction and it's going to swing these free hooks on the front.
Oh, nice, crazy, cool, yeah, right.
Bonehead move. I caught like a 5.5 the other day spot, and it had this head hook right in the top roof of his mouth because he went and headshot it, and as he did, I seen that hook go and swing up. Anyways, I love the ABT for that. It's durable. It's a resin bait.
Yeah.
I love it for so many reasons. I feel like I was about to say something else right there.
No, that's okay. What's it retail for the ABT? Not in the custom color, because you've got a blue back herring custom color right there. This was in the go ahead.
Special. They retail
nice.
for $125. And guys, I'll be honest. You can find some generic colors on Tackle Warehouse for a little cheaper. We're a small town retail business that specializes in big baits. You're getting the intellectual property with the product. We got all the herring juice. We got all the herring sauce. I turned the computer real quick and show you. I'm totally sold out of these because I just posted a video the other day of us jacking a 4, a 7, and a 5. I was gonna say I deleted the 5.5 pound spot footage like a moron. I'm not a wizard like Travis. What can I say? But
right.
We catch so many fish. I'm sold out of these right now. I've got an order of 30 of these coming into Dream Catchers Fishing Supply. I talked to Alan Borden this morning. He said they'll be on their way as of tomorrow. So getting those boogers in, but the 9-inch. So that's another thing. A lot of people like throwing a 7-inch. Let me tell you something. I've never met a woman that says she likes it smaller. Bigger is better. Bigger is better. Hey, boy.
This is a family show. Right, Travis.
Hey, I'm just saying, like bigger women love bigger families. They like nicer cars. Listen, bigger is better. This is the 9-inch. Listen, I'm being honest. So many of y'all are
Austin, hold that bait up a little bit higher because we got a banner. Okay, there you go. Yeah. People wanted to see it. Yep.
Hey, listen. So we're 25 minutes in, and I've not gotten a freaking word in yet, which is fine.
Travis, ask your question. Sorry, Dad.
Go, Travis, go, man. You got the floor, bro.
All right.
It's your show.
So
I'll do the moderating for a little bit. Okay, you're on.
I know you want to get to the when the water heats up a little more than 70 degrees. I get that, but let's get back to the ABT Homicide Glide. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to know what is the number one size in exactly. What sizes do they come in?
They come in 7-inch. Okay. They come in 9-inch, and they come in 10-inch.
Okay.
I really prefer the 9-inch. The reason why is you'll get a lot of followers with this bait. Remember, bass don't know how big they are. If I pick a fight with Shaquille O'Neal, I've seen Shaquille O'Neal. I've seen myself in a mirror. I have the cognitive process to compare my size. A bass does not think like that. If a bass thinks it can eat it, it's going to eat it. You get more followers with the bigger bait because it's moving more water, and also you get more aggressive fish because naturally the bigger bait entices some instinctual thing within them to eat it. So they come in a 7-inch. It's our number one seller because guys are like, I like to just get confidence with it. Sure. And I'm like, no. You have got to go big. Like, it's just you'll get more followers. And here's the deal. Because you get more followers, you collect more information, and then all of a sudden you see and understand how those big fish are setting up, and you understand how those big.
Gotcha. So, do you change the hooks?
Yes, I changed the hooks. Absolutely.
All right. On the size 7, what hook size and style and brand are you throwing?
Okay, Gamakatsu short shank EWGs. I do a 1/0 on the belly, a size 1 on the front, and on the tail I do a size 2 on the 7-inch.
All right, hold on. Wait. A 1/0 on the belly.
1/0 on the belly, a size 1 on the nose,
Okay.
and a size 2 on the tail. EWG short shank.
Is the nose the one that's the hook, that the free swinging hook on the front?
Yes, all three. I like throwing it all three free swinging.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, baby.
All right. Shit. Okay, so that's for the 7. Now, are you changing swivels or anything else with that bait?
No, they come with hyper wires, owner hyper wires. If you're swim baiting with anything other than an owner hyper wire, yeah, you're just.
And that's what it comes with.
That's what it comes with. Really impressive.
Okay, size 9.
Yeah.
What's your hook setup for 9 then?
Either a 2/0 or a 3/0 owner stinger hook ST36 on the belly.
Owner.
The reason why, because I don't think Gamakatsu makes a EWG bigger than a 1/0. All right, and then on the nose, I like all right, on the nose I like a 1/0 EWG, back to the Gamakatsu. And on the tail,
EWG Gamma?
Yeah.
What brand is that? Or is it just EWG?
Gamakatsu.
Yeah. Okay. And then
that's the brand.
And then the tail?
And then on the tail, I like going to a size 1 EWG Gamakatsu. They come with EWGs on them. I think they're mustads. They're thin wires, man. I've bent a lot of fish off.
You don't do that. No,
you got to have, listen, big line, big rod, big bait, big
Let's
hook.
talk about the setup, because we're now talking about hooks and things.
Yeah, so if you're
going to take a break and go into the setup for the rod reel.
If you're going to throw a 7, is a 7 and a 9-inch going to be a different rod and line and everything, or no?
It can be, but it really just depends. So I'm a diehard Daiwa guy.
So for the budget angler, Austin, let's go with the one rod you're going to use for general big baits. That's going to be really important for people.
I'm gonna go 2 ways. I'm gonna go with, because I use both these rods. I use a Daiwa DX SB. That's the Daiwa X Swimbait Edition series. It's $110 price point.
Dude, it's an awesome rod. I bought them. They're amazing, guys. I'm telling you, it's the best value in big bait rods on the planet, straight up. Balance.
You can go to a video of us literally boat flipping 8-pounders on HUDs, and I'm using a Daiwa DX SB. That's the 8. I'm using the 2 to 8 ounce. I think it's the extra heavy. It's the 2 to 8 ounce. It handles. Listen, it can handle everything. Like, no question.
Travis, I threw the Gancraft down with you in Alabama. That's what I caught that fish on.
On the Daiwa DX SB?
Correct. Yes, I did. Yeah.
And I love that rod. What reel are you throwing that on?
I'm throwing it. So a lot of swim baiters like a round reel. I'm not a round reel guy. Yeah. I like a low profile reel.
Me too.
I do like a big low profile reel. I like the Daiwa Lexa. That's expensive. But I really like the Daiwa Tatula 150. Listen, this is the unique thing about Daiwa and Shimano. They're the last companies that have all metal interior gearing. When you're throwing a big bait, you cannot have plastic gears between you and the fish of your lifetime. You have to have a metal geared reel. Daiwa Tatula, all metal interior gearing. The Tatula 150, it's $159.99 is what it retails for. It's what it did. Daiwa took their HD, their heavy duty reel, and their Type R, which was kind of like their heavy duty flipping reel, and combined it into one reel, the Tatula 150. And if you like a bigger spool capacity, it's the Tatula 200. That one retails for $169.99. So you're getting out of that combo. You're getting out for $280. $290 shipped, $300. Just a great combo for the everyday angler that wants to target big fish.
Okay, so gear ratio.
Oh, yeah.
So you get a lot of guys, once again, swim baiting. They're like, I like a 5.5 and a negative 3.2. And I'm like, dude, I would rather be disciplined enough to throw a bait slower. And then when I hook the biggest fish of my life, have just a good steady reel instead of throwing a really slow reel. And then when I hook a big fish like this, ah!
Yes.
You know, keep it simple, stupid. I like a 7.3. I like a 6.3. No need to go lower than that. A 7.3.
Would an 8.5 work?
You can use an 8.5. Like I said, you just have to be disciplined.
Sure.
It's one of those things like the retrieve for me has never been the problem. It's, dude, these fish are so big and swim so fast. I need to catch up with them when they've tackled this bait.
Yeah.
Because usually they hit it and they're running like
So
madness.
let me ask you this. I don't know anything. I got to do some investigating. I think I might have some Dobbin rods that would work for a glide bait, but I'm not sure. So if I don't, I'm going to go with this DXSB. And I'm going to stick with my Curados because I run Curados. I'm going to use the Curado, whatever it is, the X or whatever or the K, Curado K, right? 8.5. If that's cool with you, Broheen. Okay.
Absolutely.
And then what size and what kind of line are you spooling that with?
So I'm, once again, I'm on clear lakes, just super, super clear. So naturally fluorocarbon line.
Yep.
I use 20 pound. I've never had a problem with 20 pound line.
Perfect.
Sometimes I use 25 if I'm really trying to get hunky on them, but I don't think it matters. Just do not go braid. You get a lot of fish following these baits. I try to go as natural as possible. I mean, literally fluorocarbon line. You can go braid to a leader, but I don't. Once again, the simpler the better. I don't like all those knots and all that pressure. And
Me either, man.
8 fluorocarbon, 20 pound on a smaller glide bait like that 7-inch ABT. You could probably get away with like a 17 pound.
Sure.
But I like bouncing them, dude. I don't like playing them. Everyone's like, I like playing the fish. I'm like, I like playing them.
Dude, Austin's like, reeling that thing in.
Joke. Norman's story, real quick. Got Eric throwing a rat, and I'm like, hey, dude, they're tackling the rat. You have got to grind it in the boat. Like, no, I like playing them. Like, it's cool watching them jump with the rat in their face. Eric,
that was in practice.
Dude, no, that was yes. Oh gosh, the dirt.
That's the one. The Nazuma, man. Remember I bought that online? We were talking to each other before the trip. I'm like, Austin, look at it. He goes, I'm getting it. I'm like, I already did. They ate that thing like crazy, dude.
Top water, obviously, you can throw braid, but my big thing, back to this whole deal, I love grinding on the fish. Like,
yeah.
This is a 5-ounce lure. There's so much leverage when their head shaking. They're gonna throw the thing. So, I like literally, man. I like big line, big heavy rod, something I can boat flip them. And by the way, no offense, but guys who net fish on YouTube, I'm like, that is the worst footage I've ever seen.
Yes.
We netted a big one in our derby.
That's fine in a tournament. If you're just fun fishing
for a boat.
If you're fun fishing and you're filming,
I agree.
You do not pull out a damn net.
Oh no, I agree. Slam them on the carpet. That's what I like.
Have balls you don't pull out a net.
I really don't like when dudes do that on the carpet, man. That's not right for the fish, man.
Dude,
I know you.
Austin, listen, I know we don't have a lot of time. It's 9:15 already. We got a lot of shit to go through, guys. I need to know, so these ABT Homicide glides, when is the batch going to come into your store so we can pick some up?
This is the part where Travis is taking notes. This is for Travis, guys. This is not a show for you to learn anymore. I know when Travis takes over the show, he's asking for himself, if you guys haven't noticed. But it's okay.
Like within 2 weeks?
They should be a week from tomorrow.
And by the way, Travis, I'll make sure that he reserves a couple for you.
No, hold up. So the ABT, so the Homicide Glide, does that come in perch?
So
and painted in anything.
Alan Borden is my guy, and I can literally sweet dial him today and say, send me some perch ones.
Okay, so I need a 7 and a 9 in perch. No, I'm serious. And then I need a 7 and 9 in. So I know you. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you have experience with, Clearwater smallmouth? Is there a color they prefer on those glides? You know what I mean?
So I'll just say this: I went up to Oneida for the Bassmaster Opens last year, and I caught one smallmouth in practice on the 7-inch. There's alewife in that lake, so alewife is like the dirty homeboy cousin to the herring. And I caught a 3.5 pound smallie. 7-inch. He choked it. And up here, dude, on my lakes, we have tons of smallmouth. I mean, I caught a 7 a couple years ago on a top water, but we catch a lot of 4 and 5 pound smallies on the 9-inch like it's nothing. I actually, on my Instagram page, not that I'm fanfare follow shit, but I need you to follow my page because the kid caught a 6.5 on a depth 250 last week. It was a dang giant smallmouth, 6.5 on a 10-inch bait. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when the water temp is above 70,
yeah,
let's talk.
So, you know, once again, we got to talk about our action when the water's warming up. Our action picks up. That's when I make the switch to a more serpentine style bait, like a triple trout, a 22nd century triple trout. This is the 8-inch triple trout. They come with fan tails. Once again, herring have little forked tails on them. So I like literally customizing my bait as much as possible. I custom painted this one too, but this bait has crazy serpentine action. Just it's flying in the water like this. So when those fish are aggressive, right, because the water's warmer, I go to that bait. I also have that flavor in a 6-inch for the herring spawn. I promise, if you guys tune into our Instagram page tomorrow and our YouTube by the end of the week, you'll see some unreal giant fish on the herring spawn, shad spawn, on these two guys right here.
So what is that?
Triple trout.
What size?
Myself.
7, 9?
They literally start at 6 and they make them all the way to 10. But I prefer the 6 and the 8. The 8 is the workhorse.
Okay. And then are you changing the hooks and shit on that too?
Yeah, the triple trouts come with trash hooks. They come with trash.
What do you got put on them?
I like the owner stingers, the same ones that you're putting on the belly hook of the 9-inch. So the owner 2-aught stingers, those are going to be for the 8-inch.
Okay.
Then a size 1 Gamakatsu EWG. Do you have the stock hooks on it, Eric? Okay.
These are the stock. Well, I probably changed those out, but that's just to give you size comparison for the Gancraft, which is a giant bait.
A size 1 Gamma EWG on the 6.
Yep, on the 6.
All right, so I'm a little confused. So the extra wide gap hooks.
Yep.
Maybe I'm just I don't know. I give up on life. Don't they swipe at that shit? Like I don't understand.
Don't they what?
Don't they swipe at a glide bait a lot, and you hook them outside the mouth?
Here, you want me to tell you my honest opinion? Treble hooks.
Please do.
Fish what you like, man. I mean, I've never had a problem with EWGs. Once those fish are pinned with EWGs, they get in the boat. Mm-hmm. I hadn't had a problem really with round bend hooks because I just grind on them, dude. I've got one with round bend. I've got one with EWG. It's one of those things. I think those are the things that start to play with people's minds. Dude, I don't think the fish matter. If God intended for me to catch the fish, I'm going to catch the fish.
So when the water temps, so it's warmer, the triple trout's the deal. Let's say you were heading to Lake Ontario and you had one swim bait you would want to try. What would be that swim bait you would start out with?
Well, we have to go back to the first question. What time of the year is it? We got a seasonal
summer.
And are you fishing near the Edmund Fitzgerald?
Maybe. It's summertime. I'm out deep, but there's just I'm fishing areas where they'll come up out of 20 feet of water and crush a 1-ounce spinner bait a foot below the surface.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So here's the deal: these aren't set in stone. So I throw a glide bait. Too in the water. I've caught big bass. On a glide bait in 86-degree water. So the two that I would have, honestly, for big smallmouth, I would probably have the 6 or 8-inch triple trout. To me, they're synonyms, man. They're the same dude.
Yep.
Fishing the same fish. And then I'd probably have the 9-inch. Just because I like to get filthy with it, dude. But you can get away with the 7-inch. Yeah. Smallmouth, obviously, smallmouth are very aggressive fish. But I'd have a glide bait in some ALY flavor. I'd have those triple trouts in the ALY flavor. Now there is one kind of exception, and it's these lures right here. I don't know if you guys can see bull shads, man. So for the same reason a rattle trap works in really cold water is the same reason a bull shad works in really cold water. And once again, a bull shad is serpentine like a triple trout. So I also like it in warm water. The bull shad has a very tight swimming action. It's very tight. Mm-hmm. And because it's tighter, just like the rattle trap, it'll get bit in cold water. That's kind of the one big exception.
I don't even know. I'm trying to keep up with these comments.
Are people losing their mind right now?
I think so.
They are. So here's the feedback. We're going really fast because we got compressed time. I'm trying to get your name out multiple times. And here's the deal, guys. Look, man, like Austin just said, he's a local tackle shop, but he's a big bait expert. So you can go ahead and try to buy your stuff on Tackle Warehouse and get no information about what to do, or you can do a good thing. Call the guy up, and if you want to get into swim baiting, he'll be happy to spend some time with you to give you the advice, right, and the rundown. So, plus he's got information on his channels about how to do these things as well. So,
we believe in building relationships, man. When I started this small business, for me, it wasn't about making $1 million. I'll be honest, I don't really care. I make $28,000 a year, plus good money in tips. But what I do get to do is make an impact on hundreds and thousands of people. In a small town USA, man. And for me, when I look back on my life, it was never the dollars that I chased. It was the relationship that I built. So I really believe in building relationships with our customers. It's more than just a financial transaction. It's about getting to know somebody. It's about caring for somebody. It's about, man, sure. I have so many conversations with customers every day about how their family's doing.
Oh yeah.
Prayer nights, you know. Here's the deal.
What's the website for your store?
I don't have a website. I literally strictly deal with calling, man. I am so old school about building relationships. I want to hear your voice. I want to talk to you as a man. I want you to hear my voice. I want you to know that I stand behind my product and I am who I said I am. It's not click, game over. It's, man, when you get dream catchers, you get the dream catcher. You get Austin Neary, you get what I stand behind, you get my work.
Do you have store hours?
We do. We have store hours. It's 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then our phone number is 828-354-0250.
Say that one more time.
828-354-0250.
Gotcha.
So.
Shit! I had a shit ton of questions.
Hey, Travis, I'll get you. I'll text you Austin's number. I'll share his contact information.
Yeah, I need to get this going though.
Yeah, you can. Like tonight,
we need to get swim baits in the oven. Start painting them. I mean, I don't even know what to do here.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a lot to get into, and this is no joke. I mean, I can go into stories.
So hold on. If we could just step back for a second. So if you had to get one glide bait to start with, and then one triple trout when the water gets warmer, and then one topwater rat style bait, let's just do that for Travis so he can breathe. He can get his mind around this stuff, because you could go down the rat hole and get really cuckoo fast and spend a boatload of money and not catch a bunch of fish.
100%.
So clearly it's the ABT. That's your top glide.
Cold water swim bait. This is no joke. I'm going to hold up my swim bait box and show you how simple it is.
Here it is, guys. This is what you've been waiting for.
All right.
There it is.
So those are Huddlestons for cold water, ABTs for that cool water, 55 to 70, and triple trouts for hot water. The only exceptions I make are...
What are those soft ones? Show me them soft ones.
Those are the working class zero, which I can't...
Citizen?
Citizen.
Oh, you did not. Did you paint that? Did you get the new harness one?
No, I haven't got the harness one.
You have the built-in harness one?
I haven't got the harness one yet, but once again, you know, I think about how like light works, right? And they look really good, but all of our shad have so much pearl in them. So
dude, I tossed it up. Mm-hmm.
Spike it, worm and chunk paint. It's plastisol pearl. I can't believe I just said that out loud.
Hey,
you did.
So listen, some of our northern guys that fish they keep asking about northern and muskie grabbing these baits. Listen, guys, I've caught you don't. I know. So let's say you buy a $150 swim bait and you're worried about a pike busting you off. For the most part, I would not go with the steel leader. I would not do any of that. I would just go the 25-pound fluoro if you have to. I don't know what the I never have issues with pike and muskie breaking bass tackle off. I mean, I could throw a chatterbait on 12-pound test line and hook into a pike and not have an issue. I mean, there's some rare situations. I don't think you should be worried about that. I mean, Austin, maybe I'm wrong. What are your thoughts?
So we don't have a ton of muskie around here. We do have some, but not a ton. But the big thing is when you're talking about glide baiting and triple trout, everything is so visible. You're fishing a glide bait literally in
you
3
can see
feet.
them.
You see a lot of the fish, right?
Triple trout is 1 foot under the surface. If you see a big muskie, I mean, personally, I'd be like,
reel it up.
No, catch that bitch.
Yeah, that's right. But you everything's so visible. We catch a lot of pickerel. We got a lot of pickerel on these lakes, so I catch a lot of pickerel on them. But like you said, I've never had a problem with a pickerel eating my bait and losing it. But I will say this is a great solution. A company came out with a product called Mend It, and if it's a soft plastic swim bait that you're throwing, you can literally take Mend It and seal up those cuts. And I can't tell you how many HUDs I've had to repair. In fact, both of those brown trout HUDs, there you go. There it is right there. Both of those brown trout HUDs have been in the mouth of probably a dozen pickerel. And I literally just mend it back together and the HUD swims like it's brand new.
Yeah, man. All right. So that's your swim bait box. People want to know, is that a pistol case? First.
Yeah, that is a pistol.
It's a pistol case, guys. So that foam keeps the baits. You don't want your tails kinking up on your swim baits, right?
Put in a pistol case for 2 reasons. One is because Daddy ain't playing around.
Shit.
And then
now I need a pistol case box. Let me write that down.
You don't want tails and stuff to bend. Like, it is so vitally important that your tails stay straight because these tails act like a keel of a boat. If your motor is turned to the right, guess where your boat's going? To the right. So with these glide baits, it's super important to keep those tails straight so they don't kind of get stuck gliding one way or the other.
So what if it gets bent? You can boil it in water and it'll get straight again.
So yes, you can. Well, 2 things are. So I'm going to purposefully bend. Check this out. If I bend this, if I throw it on a dock and I bend it, like it has a noticeable bend. With the ABT, this is kind of a weird, unique rubber. It's a big piece of metal, the metal pin in it. I'll just bend it back straight. But if I can't bend it back straight, I'll boil it, right? So your softer plastics, like if you get a Huddleston that's folded up in a box like this, well, when you pull it out, it's going to have some funky looking tail. You can take it and boil it. And when you boil it, just like you do those gajo baits,
not too fat.
It softens it, makes it more pliable.
Yeah. So the other thing you could do if you don't want to spend the money for a pistol case, just get yourself a deep Plano box. And then what I did is I bought some of these I Surrender wraps for large swim baits. And then I put the swim bait in the wrap. Do you follow me? And then put it in the deep case. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And for my smaller Gan crafts, I just keep the plastic pack. And that's how I store. So I just store it that way. That way, I'm putting it back in. I don't need a pistol case. So again,
hey,
that's the budget band stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna hold up a couple baits, and I just want your opinion on them. Okay?
Okay.
I don't even know what they are.
He did not consult me when he bought these. He just went and held off and bought stuff.
That's a Game Craft. I have no idea. Tell me about it.
Yeah. Gancraft, that's a 178 in perch. I don't know if that's the floating or slow sink. I guess it's
SS, slow sink.
Yep. So absolutely killer bait. I've caught so many 25, 30-pound bags on a 178 Gancraft. It's good.
Really?
It's not very durable though, Travis. So watch your cast on docks and rocks.
Okay, and these must be just a smaller version of it.
Yeah,
guys. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Those are great baits. Once again, great baits, not very durable. Another reason why I like that ABT, it is like a cement-hardened resin. It is such a tough bait.
Okay. How about that thing?
It's good if you're a beginner and you're using heavy spinning tackle. It's it's one of those deals. I've got one for a shad spawn when guys want to use a spinning rod. I honestly don't throw it.
Yeah, me neither. Done. Okay. Eric talked me into this. I know we didn't talk about rats,
The bull rat. Yep.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
That water above 70 degrees, you know, that
Okay.
to me.
Fair enough.
Not-
He also made me get one of these.
Oh, the OD, dude! I've been wanting to get one of those. That's hot.
We'll make a trade, and then 2 more. So I got this. I got this bullshad bluegill looking thing.
Yeah,
Do I need to repaint that, or is that an all right paint job, or?
And it looks like a bluegill. I'll tell you the problem I have with bluegill swim baits is just the profile of the bait is hard for a bass to get the treble hooks.
Yeah,
it's the number one problem I have.
I don't like it either.
My favorite bluegill bait is the Depths bull shooter, and I like to set it on their bed.
Depths bull shooter. What size?
Oh no, you didn't.
I think they make a 165.
Is that the one?
It's a tall bait. It's a tall bait, but let me tell you something. Here, everybody watching this, we got about 400 people. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Listen, you got a finicky female that doesn't want to pin down on a bed. You throw a big glide bait and even a Depths bull shooter on it, she will come and destroy it. That's all, folks. I'm hanging up now. See you guys later.
Hold on. So, this is my style of glide baits, Broheems.
Dude, family show, and that is the gayest thing I've ever seen. Oh, Eric, that's the Gantrel.
This is the Gantrel, and this thing is correct. I can make this thing do a 360. And why I like the Gantrel if I'm throwing a bluegill bait, it's not as tall. So a lot of the bluegill baits are tall, and the bass miss them and have a hard time getting them all.
Hold on, that's not the Depths bull shooter.
It's a Gantrel. But boy, this thing is
balanced. Can you spell that?
Gantrel.
Like Tyrell, but drop the tie and add Gan.
Do you like Austin? Do you prefer that over the bull shooter or no?
I honestly I totally forgot about it. That's a great.
I'll have to get one of them too. Obviously, you guys, I have
switch it and it'll do a 180 and turn around on the fish.
I caught 3 bass on a glide bait in Alabama. That's my experience with glide bait. So I'm learning along with everybody else who's probably watching this. Sorry for the stupid questions. I don't know my glide baits. I don't know my big swim baits.
Austin, we got to go up top and you got to talk about the AC, buddy. The AC rat, dude. Are you still dealing with that guy?
So, man, this guy's he's a very talented bait maker, but he's not the most sound businessman. It happens like this. There's a lot of people that have very good gift, but they don't understand. So what was happening was he was making them for me, and then I was obviously buying them wholesale and then selling them. Well, I sold so many so fast, everyone's like, well, I'll just go to him. Well, he was selling them for cheaper than what I was selling them for. So then now I can move 100 of his baits, and he can only move 10 of them. And he ends up shooting himself in the foot, and we just kind of had a falling out. And Mountain
Fair enough.
He doesn't even shop for.
So I want to I would love to talk about rats, but I want to save that towards the end in case we run out of time because I really don't care. I want to talk.
It's more than rats, bro.
I want to talk about. Eric told me you like to throw some bigger sized Kitex, and I want to get your thoughts on that. Can we go there now?
So that's a great question. So
the 6'8", the 6'8", baby. Let's talk about the 6'8" and why.
So for me, okay, when I showed the working class zeros, you're like, oh, what are those, right? So when do I like throwing the working class zeros? And the real question is, when do I like throwing those bigger soft style swim baits? Okay. So when I say that, I'm talking about.
Hey guys, the working class zero for the record is the it's the Citizen or the bigger one, dude. Yeah. You didn't talk about the bigger one, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I think about a Megabass Mag Draft. I think about the Megabass Mag Draft Freestyle. I think about the Kitex 6.8. But it's to me a glide bait condition bait because it has more action than a Huddleston. It has more action than a Huddleston, but it doesn't have quite as much action as a triple trout. So when that water's 55 degrees to 70 degrees, really pre-spawn, spawn, and post-spawn, I can catch them on a big Kitex. I won a tournament with my buddy with Holden. Eric.
Oh, no way, really?
He's serving his third tour overseas right now. But
Oh, wow.
He came back. He literally flew in from getting back from Afghanistan. He literally was like, "Where are you?" And I said, "I'm fishing a tournament in the morning, and I don't have a partner." He said, "I'm in it with you." We literally threw a 6.8 Kitech with an owner beast hook. That's a 6-aught or an 8-aught. I like a 1/4 ounce or 3/8 ounce. But once again, fishing around docks. Where are fish staging before they bed or after they bed? They're around wood. They're around docks. They're around boulders. So I'm just fishing this around visible cover where you think they're going to be staging post and pre-spawn. And man, they just listen. Everyone is so enamored with that bait is so big, dude. Those Kitechs are literally that thin. A bass that has a mouth that big, which is a 2.5 pounder, maybe a 3 pound smallmouth, but smallmouth are so aggressive, they inhale them. I have caught 6 pound spotted bass mouths that are that big, literally that big. 6 pound spotted bass on a Huddleston 8-inch bait. I'm talking about the Huddleston folded up in the back of their mouth. So a 6.8, a 7.8 Kitech folded, gone. See you 3 pound plus every day.
All right, so a 6.8 Kitech. What's your favorite? Well, it's going to be some type of shad or
just like before. When I think about choosing colors, for me it has a lot to do with match the hatch, but it has to do with the light. For me, it's all about the light. Obviously, if it's sunny, the most reflective thing, because in clear water, right, our fish hunt in your lakes and my lakes too, in the mountain lakes. Not only do they hunt with their lateral line, they hunt with their eyes. So for me, it's about visibility. So I like when it's cloudy, I like something that's absorbing the light, and when it's sunny, I like something that's reflecting the light. So when it's sunny, more natural. When it's cloudy, like a bone or a pearl color. And we lost Travis. Dude, hey, no joke, off the record, he is shook up right now. I can tell.
Yeah, man, he's taking notes, dude. We ignored the chat for 20 minutes, man.
Oh, man.
He had to take notes.
He is
knew it. Oh, yeah.
He looks like a zombie apocalypse. He's going to be like,
All right, man. You back, Trav?
Yeah.
Hey, they want to know if you sell the hats, Travis. Do you sell the hats? I'm sorry, Austin. You sell your Dreamcatchers hats, bro?
Yeah, we do. We've got our Dreamcatchers hats. Call us or find us on Insta. Dude, that is hot.
The 7.8, Brohim.
Oh, he one-upped you, man.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why it's a 7.8 and it looks brand new, because you scared to throw it.
I got him.
So there you go. That's a great. I throw the 7.8s, man. I got them literally. If I pan right there to my whole Kitech section.
Oh my God! Look at that Kitech section. That's impressive.
Yeah, we sell them, man. We got a lot of guys that believe in big Kitechs, and like I said, man, I've won a lot of tournaments on those lures.
What do you roll that Kitech on, Austin?
17
pound, 20 pound fluoro. I mean, what do you?
Great question, Eric. I like 17 pound with that. For me, I like a big. I'm thinking big jig hook. To me, it's very similar kind of hook set as a jig. I'm going straight up.
Sure.
So top of the roof, 17 pound fluorocarbon. I've gotten away with 15. I don't like 20 because the bait doesn't get as much sink.
I agree. But on the 17, I mean, that beast hook. That's a big hook. You got to be able to drive it with 17. Now, what's your favorite fluorocarbon, dude? I have searched. I'm using Gamma. I like Gamma. But talk to me. What do you use? You can buy anything you want. I mean, you run a store, so you get good pricing. Talk to me, man.
No joke. I guided a guy last year that he's like, man, I'm diehard about tactical, and I'm like P-line, and I'm like, all right. I said I really like P-line copolymer stuff. It's strong as crazy. So I told him, I said, this is what we're gonna do. I've got brand new 17 pound. He said it'll beat your 17 pound Seagar. I said, all right. So I hooked my 17 pound Abrazex against his 15 pound tactical. Yeah. He pulled my rod and he pulled his rod. My line broke before his.
What?
And I was like, all right, well, I want to try it again. So I took off a whole bunch of line, tied it up. That P line won again. So I told a fella, I said, here's the deal. I'm gonna tie a hook to the hood of your car and you go down the road. I set the hook and his whole car turned around. I'm kidding, by the way. But that tactical P line, dude, is so freaking strong. And like I said, man, I boat flip a lot of fish. I know you said it's not good for the fish, but jamming.
No, it's exciting for you too, but I don't like them bouncing on the carpet, man.
Jamming a 5-foot hook in their face probably isn't, or a 5-aught hook in their face probably isn't good either.
You
But
know I'm soft, man. I'm soft on it, man. I'm soft on it, man.
I love it. I love your soft heart, man. But anyways, no,
I like cats, man. I like cats.
You are a cat guy, man.
You know I am, bro. I'm proud of it. Travis is not. Don't talk about cats on the show.
Never trust a guy that likes cats. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, do you? Well, I can tell you that, man. People trust me with a lot, Travis.
Except Eric. I'm just saying.
It's like a banana in the boat. It's like a banana in the boat.
Before Eric,
we dispelled the myth.
Before Eric came along, I always viewed guys that were into cats a little, on the, different strokes, different folks. Isn't that how it goes?
You can't see how soft your skin is through this camera, but this skin is soft from Eric's soft cat hands caressing my face as a child, teaching me to bask.
Oh, I bet he did.
That's creepy.
You guys have fond memories of that basement.
That's
We had to go there. Hey, they went there in the comments earlier. I don't know if you were watching that.
I knew his dad, dude. I was friends with his father. Whatever.
Oh, shit. Wait till the comments start rolling in now.
I remember giving Austin some lures, man. How about that beetle spin I tied up for you, dude? You wrecked him on that thing down there at that pond.
Hey, dude, honestly,
I gave you your first 1.5, bro.
Hey, we just got to keep things on the wrap, bro.
What do you mean?
I gave you the first 1.5.
I don't know anything, man.
I hooked you up with some tackle. Like, I gave you some good shit back in the day, man.
You know how people get those tags?
How about that fucking flat A I gave you, man, down in the frickin'... You caught that 8 in the national championship on my black and chartreuse red card flat A.
You know
Didn't
how
I hook you up?
Players, baby girls, like their baby mamas tattooed on their neck.
Oh, God. Don't even start these people
epic
on the stream, man. Don't even start these people on the stream, man.
It started.
I know. You had to bring it up
Austin,
again,
first of all, we have some of the best followers in the fishing industry. The people that follow this channel. I love them. Yeah, why don't you plug it? Let them know.
Yeah, man, everybody. All this stuff that we're talking about, Swimbaits, just subscribe. I've been commenting a little bit. I'll put a post up right here. But subscribe to our channel. We got a ton of informative stuff, ton of educational stuff, entertainment out the zoo, baby.
I'll tell you what, if I had an intern, because I got a guide tomorrow, I ain't got time to deal with this shit. But we need to take some clips from this live. Guys are just joining in right now. You guys missed a shit ton of information. You got to go back and watch it from the start. But at 33 minutes and 12 seconds, there's a reference about how girls don't like small things. I'm going to take that insert in the next couple days, and we're going to post that all over social media because that was funny.
Girls don't like small things.
That was funny, Eric. Do you agree?
Dude, that was funny. I got to tell the story about
we got to go to the rat
Austin,
story.
You got to go up top, dude. Because
are we talking about rats now, dude?
Austin.
God.
Let's talk about the rat. The boca de raton. People are missing out on this deal. No joke.
Honestly, because I'm with Travis here. It's 9:46. I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Hold on. Here's what we're doing. Before we... Austin, will you come back on the show in the next couple of weeks? How's that sound?
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's do a round 2 and talk about el raton.
That's what we'll do.
El raton.
Boca de raton.
Oh.
Hey, do you know something, man? North Carolina is like a big fuck.
La cara de el ratón en la bina boca. Sí.
How hard did we laugh down in Carolina, dude? I had Austin crying laughing, dude. How much fun did we have, dude?
Hey, I'll be honest. Eric, I don't know if Scooter's watching and Breeze Meister and everybody.
Yeah.
Eric's like, man, I have fun with everybody, but Neary's my sauce. That's what he said, word for word.
We killed it, man. We killed it down there, man. Good tunes, good food, good fish.
So
Dude, we should have won that damn boat.
all right.
I had the winning fish on with that rat. Damn it.
Hey, before we wrap this up,
Nitro, we almost won a new Nitro. What's up with that?
Damn.
Come on.
On my Nez rat.
Before we wrap this up, I want to start. I want to start a tradition on the show starting now. Okay, and I want to ask our guests.
Inspiration.
Yes. One question here.
Good idea.
Here it is.
Yeah.
If you could identify yourself as one swim bait, what would it be?
Wow, great.
I would probably identify myself as a new Depths 250.
We didn't even talk about that. I got to write that down.
Yes, he did. He threw it to try to get the bigger bite.
Yeah, but we didn't see it. We didn't talk about how he the hooks, the different the setup. Oh my god!
Here's the deal. This is the reason why.
The new one, not the OG.
The new.
Oh.
Why?
What?
I identify. Hold on. Listen.
I'm hearing you, bro.
It has the heart on a spring, so it always has a little shimmy to it. I've always got a little shimmy to me. It's got soft skin and it's beautiful. I'm a Depths 250. Not that
I'm the Nuzuma rat. I don't know
good.
what I am.
That's a great question, dude. You know what, honestly? That made me look deep into my soul, Travis, and really contemplate who I am.
Well, I got a lot of heat last live we did. People said I wasn't a crankbait fisherman, and I freaking came out and said I identify as a DT6. Plain and simple.
Hey, that I'm a little expensive too. Them depths, they don't play around. Them are costly baits now.
You can buy a lot of DT6s for a depths.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Rand.
Oh my God! Right? That's crazy.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna have Austin back at some point here in the next month, somewhere around.
Yeah, I mean the one thing you didn't go over, and you got to go over. You went over your gear. You went over your swim bait box.
Retrieves.
But you got to talk about retrieves. You got to talk about when you get followers, how to trigger bites. I mean, that's like.
Is that so? Can we do a part 2? We can talk about your damn rats, and then we can talk about the retrieves and how you coerce a big beauty coming following your bait. What do you do? Right?
Yep.
Let's talk about that.
Part 2.
I just want you guys to understand. This is what Austin laid on me because I've never seen so many big fish follow a bait in my life. So I'm like, Austin, this is crazy, man. I'm like, we've had 30 follows today and we've caught a couple. So what's the story? He goes, dude, on a good day, out of let's just say 10 follows. On a good day, your best day of swim baiting ever, on 10 follows, how many bites? Best day ever. No, knowing what you're doing.
4.
Okay, on your worst day, 0. I bet. Right.
Of it.
It's crazy, right? So
the thing is, if you're moving 30 fish a day and it's the right conditions, that's the thing, man. I tell people, like, they're biting and I'm getting followers, like, you better heads up because your boy's bringing a mega bag to the scales. But, like,
no doubt.
If I'm getting 30 followers in a day and think about it. If just 20% are biting it, dude, it's going to be a long day at the weigh-in for somebody.
So your guy.
Let me show you something, Austin.
Easy,
dude. This is an indicator strip made of mother of pearl.
Oh, tahu musuh yang galalai camu saya.
Hey, look, I bought these not for swim baiting. That's a little hot orange lead or tungsten strips. Sorry. I'm going to weight my crankbaits with these little strips out of Japan.
Oh, konnichiwa.
Now you think you know, but you don't. And I might not put that on a swim bait. What might I put that on? That little abalone strip. I'm going to put that on a crankbait.
Pull out a U2. I'm going to pull out another U2 quote. The more you see, the less you know, unless you find out as you go.
Oh, my God. You got to learn, bro. You got to learn.
I'm confused. Was the accent on the rats, was that a Mexican accent or Asian?
It was actually Maysian.
It's a right. It's a mescaline. It's a mixer.
Because I can't do Mexican.
Mescaline salad. It's a mescaline salad. It's a mix. Do this.
If we
Huddle
start,
up,
if
Travis.
we were talking,
Huddle up.
if we were
Huddle up right now.
if
right
we were
now.
talking finesse plastics, I would be like, oh yeah, you fish it real slow and shake a little bit and wait for a bite. No.
Hey. I mean, yeah, I guess Austin just checked out. Austin,
Yo.
you mentioned the Mag Draft freestyle.
Oh.
Talk sauce. Do you like the Mag Draft freestyle?
I probably catch.
Fan or not?
Oh yeah, absolute 100%.
Why this over a Kitech? Talk to me.
So realism. I really like the realism.
Yes.
Now, once you're reeling it pretty fast. The fish isn't always getting a good look at it, but the more realistic, the better. I love
In clear water.
I love the Mag Draft. Man, it's just super realistic. I get a lot of good hookups with it. It's a pretty durable bait.
Yeah.
It's a fish catcher, man.
Yeah. So we got to talk about one more thing. For your guide business, if somebody wants to come visit you to throw big baits and have a chance at the biggest bass of their life, when are they coming down? Is it the herring spawn? Talk about what's coming up. Or is it the spawn?
I'm totally booked up for 2.5 weeks right now, but I would say, man, because here's the deal. If they want to catch the biggest, like we catch giant bass on a rat, right after the herring spawn. So man, I'd say there's always a big swim bait working. There's always some kind of bite that we're figuring out. It's just a matter of getting out there and grinding. Like I said, we might only catch 3 fish. It happens all the time. I have people that are like, I want to catch my biggest bass today. And I'm like, we might get skunked. But then you catch 3 fish that are 6, 7, 8 pounds. And it's like, man, that was a great day. So,
all right, Travis.
Travis. I'm here.
I got it.
I'm here.
I want to show the bait that we were talking about that you said we didn't even get to see. So this is the bait that Austin pulls out. This is the Depths 250, and just to show you the difference in size.
Eric, hold on. Let me get me off the screen. All right.
Look
at
the size differential of the Depths 250 and the Gancraft 230. The Depths 250 is a monster bait. Dude, he threw this bait down at Smith Mountain. You had some mega followers, but they wouldn't commit to the bait. So, Travis, there's a lot of people that I'm sorry, Austin. There's a lot of people that love the Hinkle. Why did that not make the Dirty Shad, the Hinkle? Why didn't those baits, or the Fish 30 Acre Dirty Shad? What's the other one that everybody pines over that they can't get? What's that guy's name? I know you know this bait, dude. It's like a very realistic shad, multi-jointed bait. It's the
gizzard shad. It's the high-powered herring.
Yeah. What's the story with the HPH? Worth the money, worth the wait. What's the story with the Hinkle? Worth the money, worth the wait.
So I've tried them all.
I know.
And it's just a lot of money. And I'm like, man, for one Hinkle, I can get 2 or 3 ABTs. Listen. This is actually reality across the board.
Look, dude, you're a guide. Your job is to put people on fish, so that's why we have you on the show. Cut through all the noise and talk about it.
I'm a practical person. I don't have a jacked up truck. I don't have a flashy bow. I'm not a flashy person. I don't even have internet or TV in my house, and I'm not kidding when I say that.
Your boat's flashy. Your boat's flashy. Don't talk to me. Your boat's flashy. I love it. It's wrapped. Come on now. But it's cool.
So, no. I took the wrap off of it.
Well, you used to have a wrap, dog.
I used to have it wrapped, but I fished on the opens and had a sponsor. I mean,
but you know what? Let me just say this. You can wrap bass, too. So before you go, you're going to have to wrap. And, buddy, I want to show you one more bait, and I'm going to give this to you. I'm going to bring it down, and it's going to be yours. This bait is unbelievable. You talk about being able to burn a frickin' triple trout. This bait moves some water. It's a donut shad. It is wood. It moves water, and you can burn that thing and cast it a country mile. Dude, and then there's the little frickin' tasty donut shad. This is the donut shad. This is the, I forget what this is called. The tasty shad? The munchkin shad? This is the, I don't know. Damn, I just bought this. This is killing me. But anyway, I want you to throw this donut shad, dude. I'm telling you, dude, I think you're going to be impressed. I threw this at Smith Mountain with Scooter, and it was pretty ridiculous. And had a 4 come out of the docks because I was just throwing it down dock lines, and I had a 4 following. I'm like third cast, and I'm like, no way, dude. And I was burning just to see how fast I could reel it, and the dude was submarining right along with it, man. I killed it, and I was like, because it was right at my feet. I couldn't get him to bite, but it was hysterical.
Yo, Austin, I listen.
Impressed.
This was
look at that.
This was an awesome live episode. Let's do a trade, Austin. I'm gonna take you up to Ontario for some big ass smallies, and you're gonna take me down to one of these freaking lakes, and we'll throw these glide baits around. How's that sound?
Where are we going, Austin? Chattooga or Glenville? When you take Travis out for free.
I'll do it, man. It's gonna be fun. Of course, Eric still hasn't come to visit me at my house.
Well, that's because of the issues back in the day. That's because your mom won't let me come down.
And then
you're crazy.
I'm sorry. And then one last thing, because I know I didn't do a whole lot of talking tonight and sharing baits. So my favorite swim bait of all is a 2.8 Kitech.
Remember, Travis, this was the big bait episode, so guess what? You weren't invited.
This is what I'm throwing.
No, hey, seriously? I threw, listen to this. I told Austin this story. So, Austin, I was down at Smith Mountain Lake with Scooter, right? And I'm rekindling, going back. And, I have my big Ganny. I didn't have the trout one, but I threw the reservoir shad. So I got a little light wind. I'm like, Scooter, let me take the front for a second. I went to 2 docks. I caught like a 5 on a dock. 3 minutes later, I'm throwing a freaking spark shad, the one behind you. Austin, that spark shad. Show him that little spark shad. Show him the spark shad. The little one behind you.
Oh, it is.
That one. I threw the spark shad on a 3/16 ounce ball head jig with my Conquest and caught like a 7. And he goes, dude, you were screwing my head up. He goes, decide whether you want to throw a bait that weighs 10 ounces and splashes like a brick in the water or a freaking little swim bait micro. It was crazy. They ate the fire out of that spark shad, dude. That thing on a ball head jig is not to be ignored early season.
Yeah, no doubt.
I literally, everything was eating it in the lake. Everything was eating that thing in real shad.
One of those things, man. Swim jigs to me are part of the swim bait game.
Yeah.
Waters. I mean, I don't necessarily, obviously it's a swim bait thing, but here's the deal. I think it's more than a swim bait thing. I think it's a mindset thing.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
I get it.
Hold on. I got to show him this mag draft that I put my little special
sauce.
Fairy dust on it, brother. You don't know about this trick. I'm gonna have to send it to you. People have been begging me on this show to give it up, but I can't. But I'm gonna share it with you because that stuff adds pearlescent purple, and you got interference. You got some gold, silver. I've got purple back. I've got blue. Dude, this thing, I made it look like a blueback herring. Stop it, Austin.
Eric,
you know you're gonna do it. Yeah, talk to me.
Everyone's got their opinion. And when it comes to the ladies, it's not about the size, it's how you work it. So,
Austin!
When I take this 2.8 and I put it on a little size 1 drop shot hook, I'm good.
Yeah, man. Hey.
That's what you'll
I'm sure your husband enjoys that.
That's what you're going to do when you go down to see him, man. Austin, let him throw that 2.8 while you're throwing the big joints.
I'm sure Travis's husband likes that. So.
Oh no, he didn't just say that. His husband Travis loves stuff like that, man. He gets when you get on Travis, he laughs hard, man.
You think so?
Man. Oh, dude, that's it'll get the biggest laugh from you of the night if somebody comes at you, guns blazing, man.
They already have in the comments. I don't know if you've been looking.
No, I haven't been looking.
Oh, yeah. You missed about 20 minutes of some good shit. That's for sure. Trash fish. We didn't talk about that. There's so much more that we need to discuss. But it is...
Trash one. Hey, we got to have round 2. Round 2 next time.
Round 2.
I got to go. I love you guys.
All right.
Hey, one last thing. Please subscribe to the Dreamcatchers Fishing channel, man. Just a little guy out here trying to make the world. Love y'all, Travis. Hey, I don't think we've ever formally met.
Not yet.
This is our first face. May I tell you, you have beautiful eyes. Eric, I love you, man. I
Peace on out, brother.
See ya.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, that was good, man. Damn.
Dude, right? I mean, right, there's so much more to cover in the Swimbait game, dude.
All right,
I mean, it's
so
kinda
now it's
crazy.
my turn. I'll take the first comment that comes. Oh, here we go. David Brown. Travis, what's your favorite 2.8 Kytex? Colors.
There we go.
Rainbow Shad, Goby, Straight Black. Boom. We got
There it
98. We got 98 thumbs up. Let's make it 100 tonight.
Would be nice.
We busted.
Oh, hold on. I'll do it. I'm going to be the 100.
We busted.
Boom!
We busted. You're 99. We busted close to.
No, we got 101. I
Yeah.
truly, when I clicked it, it was 100. I was 100. Sorry.
Man.
We had, how much did we have? 500? We break the 5 mark?
There's a reason why. There's a reason girls want to see Travis tie knots, while Austin tosses the big baits.
The comments, dude.
The comments tonight were pretty freaking
unbelievable.
Listen, I learned a lot tonight. I got to call Austin and get my shit figured out.
Yeah.
Because
I
listen,
think,
Eric,
I really think up there.
I totally understand. I understand guys' points when it comes to swim baits and doing that. It's all part of your. I don't know. It's like to him throwing a big ass 10-inch swim bait that's just what he does.
Right.
Where for me, throwing a drop shot and a little worm is what I do. So, it's night and day difference when it comes to bass fishing. Both techniques obviously work. It's what you're comfortable with. Will I go full time into big swim baits? I doubt it, but I need to investigate a little bit. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah, there's no question, man. It'll open your eyes to something definitely new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No question about it, dude. No question about it. It opened my eyes. I mean, I kind of opened his eyes to the whole Swimbait game with that DVD. I don't know how I found it. It was kind of like still, for the California guys, it was still pretty prevalent and it was out there, but it really hadn't come east yet. Matt Peters kind of brought it to the Western Carolina mountains. And then, there have been people on the Upper Bay doing some work with big baits, dude. That's a straight up fact. So it's got to set up for it, but they don't talk about it much. They've kind of had it to themselves for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something to it. No question about it. And I've seen the power of it. I mean, people thought I was crazy. I'm sure no one that I know of has thrown a bait like that on Gaston. And I saw the power of it in the first dock that I went to. It was just to be able to pull the fish. Like he was saying, just to be able to locate fish that were spawning betters. They follow the bait.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it at Piero Plantation, dude.
Yeah.
Tossing that bait just to the bank with cruisers, how they would nip at it and hit it and follow it and track it.
Yeah.
And it didn't take me, 15 minutes to get up on the front and throw it off that little dip, right on that break. And that big old 6 came up and just smashed it, man. It was right there. It was very cool. And very cool to see the bite, too. Mm-hmm. That's the big deal about this bait. It's a super visual kind of thing. Not if you're, sometimes you'll get the bite midway back, but a lot of times it's going to be close to the bite.
Well, I mean, I really, for me, the big swim baits, it would be interesting to see the difference between my way of searching for big smallmouth versus a big glide bait.
Wow.
I'd like to really see if that would make a big difference because, I plan on making a video about how I locate big smallmouth up shallow. I know, it's not a secret. I mean, I throw a big ass, ugly looking spinner bait, and I reel it as fast as possible. And those fish show themselves. I'm curious if I exchange that for a big glide bait. I'm a little nervous because I won't be able to fish as fast and cover water.
Sure.
But will I draw up more fish? I don't know.
The drawing power of this bait is stupid. If smallmouth react to it the same way that largemouth do, it's unbelievable. And the triple trouts that he's talking about, you can burn those baits like you burn the spinner bait. And I imagine,
really?
You can burn. I can reel as fast as I want. It won't blow out.
Really?
A triple trout for. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that donut shad that I was showing you, I was burning with a 7-1-1. That thing just doesn't blow out. You can burn these baits. They don't. I mean, they'll blow out a little bit, but you can speed reel this thing, man. I mean, it comes through the water really, really fast. Yeah. Triple trout's even faster for sure. It's a thinner bait. It's a triple jointed bait, so it's got that really snaky action. Yeah, that's what they're made for. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty extraordinary, man. It's a whole new scene. But I mean, the whole concept behind throwing a depth 250 or that, that shad I showed everybody or this Gant craft is for a double-digit fish.
Yeah.
I mean, some guys throw baits that are just monster size. That Ballum, I think I got it up there, the Ballum 3000. I don't know if anybody's watched the guy on Instagram, Shamadistan, but I mean, it's almost 3 times the size of this. So it would be the biggest bait that anybody be thrown on the end of a rod. And the biggest fish, the alpha fish wants to, it's a curiosity thing. They've just never seen a fake bait that's that big in their body of water. No, man, I do. I've seen 2 double-digit fish. I've never seen fish follow a jig or a crankbait. I've seen 2 double-digit fish. I saw one with Austin. And how many double-digit fish do you see a trip? And it was my first trip with Austin. I saw a double-digit come out and follow this bait all the way to the boat. I saw a bass that probably was 12 pounds come out of a dock with Scooter on Kerr. I was almost like fainting, dude. I mean, I made me shake. Man. So now I know that fish lives on that dock. Can I catch him?
So
it's one thing to catch them and make them bite. It's another thing to know where they live.
So here's what I'm gonna.
It's a great locator. Yeah.
I'm gonna compare that one Dobbins rod to that Daiwa DXSP and see if I can get away with that Dobbins. If not, I'm gonna buy that rod. I'm gonna stick with my Corrado. 20-pound fluoro. I'm gonna get me some of these ABT homicides.
Yeah, you may be underpowered with your Corrado K. I'm just telling you with the big bait, not certainly with the baits that you own.
I'm not worried, dude, about they're smallmouth, dude. They're 6-pounders tops.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about the size bait you're throwing. But I think you'll be fine with like the 7-inch, homicide. Yeah, you could get away with that reel on the homicide. If you're throwing 17, I don't know how much 20-pound test that thing can hold. If you're bombing a cast, do you follow me? Is it a shallow?
I don't know.
Pool? I don't
First
have that
of all,
reel.
I have very low confidence in. I'm not bombing a 9-inch Swimbait, dude. Am I?
I mean, you can.
I can cast a 1-ounce spinnerbait a mile away. There's no way I'm going to be able to swing a 9-inch Swimbait that far. And I'm throwing a spinnerbait on 17.
They go. These things are heavy. They're like 5 ounces.
Yeah, but I can't see it. I can't see it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I think you're going to be fine. Just try it out. You'll see. If you like it, you like it. If the setup works, just keep fishing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on what you're throwing, too.
Shit, I had something cool to share with you guys tonight, if I can find it. You guys want to say something pretty cool?
Show us, man. What you got?
I got a little gift pack in the mail today.
Nice.
Unannounced. Let me read the letter first, because I'm not sure if I can share it with you guys. But if I can, I'm going to still share it with you, because who cares?
All right, go ahead.
It's some new baits by a company that I'm really excited. So let me. Can I take a bathroom break, Eric? Can I just like a 30-second piss real quick, bro?
You could take a bio bake, man. Let me see if people got some questions.
Right.
Any questions out there for what we talked about, what we showed? All right, I'm going to wait. Let's see. Lobcast, Travis. They will go. Yak and SoCal Bass, you are so right, dude. Ritual Angling, 7-11 moderate fast might be the best swimbait rod. Yeah, Chris, we talked about swimbait rods. I know that Austin really likes that Daiwa just for the value price, man. And I bought a couple, and they're outstanding swimbait rods. I've been able to handle the biggest baits in my arsenal on those things, so no question about it. Joe Zombak. Must be a finesse bait, Ella Bass. That's pretty good, man. Uh-oh, Joe Zombak got it. I agree, Swim Jig 50. Daiwa Tatula 200 for the reel. No question about it. ABTC Homicide. Yeah, Austin, he kind of specializes in those custom painted ABTs, so just FYI, man. Wild Shiner Swimbait. Like, are we talking like Swampocalypse, a big wild shiner? I might look at
wow.
I might look at LaGrady Lures for a wild shiner.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
No, man, we just reading. We reading.
The comments are coming in cray.
Oh, they are, man. Yeah, I got nothing. There you go. True that. Yeah, we did.
Hey, so
Hold on. I got to hold it up, man. It was a request. There you go. Junebug in the house. Junebug Swimbait may be coming to an area near you.
Gage Wallace, what's up?
Hey, Sean, I throw the Swimbait, man, like starting out the Huddlestons in cold water like Austin was talking about, and then pre-spawn to the spawn, a big glide bait for sure. I love this Gancraft 230 slow sinking. He loves the Homicide glide. I've got one, a 9-inch that I showed earlier. And then after on post spawn, I'm throwing a faster bait and or a rat bait, and we'll get into that in episode 2 whenever Austin gets back on. When bass start to wolf pack during the bluegill spawn, a topwater rat bait can be deadly.
Joe says don't show it.
Come on, man.
Joe, there's nothing in my letter I got that says I can't show it.
Right.
I guess Joe's on the Kitech Pro staff as well.
Come on, man. There's some DRT Clash fans out there.
No,
let's talk
first
about
of all, hold on. Joe doesn't want me to show it because he doesn't want other people to know about it. Second of all, if you're a company that sends out baits that they're going to be making, you want to get a little excitement around that bait. So if Mike's pissed off at me right now for showing off, I'm sorry, but you got to run your company a little different than that, right? Kitech. Are you ready for this, Eric? I'm excited, dude. You know how awesome Kitech is and all the different baits that they make.
Oh, yeah, man. Great company.
I'm just waiting to see if Zombak's going to reply.
Uh-oh, it's the new Kitech grub. Uh-oh.
All right, we're just going to go over it. You know what? If they want to fire me, they can fire me. Number 1, I am super excited about this new spinnerbait.
What?
Custom head shape, hand-tied silicone, rubber skirt, custom hook keeper, cornhead weed guard, custom blade. This is a ½ ounce, dude. Look how small that is.
All right, show it.
Silver
Pull it out of the pack.
Silver blade. You know how I don't like taking baits out of the pack, Eric. We're not going there.
Jeez, man, you won't bust it open?
Silver on one side, straight white on the other.
Okay.
If it's cloudy out.
Oh yeah.
For me, white, straight white. I don't want to give up on my secrets. Anyways, I'm going to be using this spinnerbait a lot.
What gauge is the wire?
Well, it doesn't say. It's all in Japanese.
Joe Zombek just posted it, by the way.
Okay, well, Joe's on it.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
All right, Kitech made a post earlier. Well, there you go.
Jay Hank Fishing, no, man. I don't like braid de mono on a leader material.
Look at that football head, dude.
What? Now they finally made a good football head. Is it light wire? It looks like a light wire hook.
The Model 4 heavy Philippine jig.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude,
whoa.
I know, bro.
Nice. Is it tungsten like the normal one?
Yeah, like I didn't spend enough money on this shit.
Hey, Travis says, say Chris said he doesn't take it out of the pack so he could sell it at the next auction.
Look at that grass jig.
Dude, now that's interesting.
They make an ounce. Look at that ounce tungsten flipping jig.
Wow, dude. Model 1. Does it have that same specialized hook with the little point that tips up?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's my favorite, man.
And we got some kick-ass colors. Smoke silver.
That's a newbie.
I mean,
that's going to be popular, man.
It's hard for me to change up.
We got an offer for the spinnerbait. $7. We got 7. Hey, can I get 8? Can I get 8? Hey, going once. Jig, $6 bid. Jamie Newton, six for the bid. Can I get a 7? 7. All right. What do you take for the whole pack, Travis? Right now, 150.
No.
Slime King. I don't know why we're talking about spinnerbaits during a swim bait discussion.
Because we're off topic now.
Oh, we've already moved on.
Yeah.
$1 million. What heads are you using for your 2.8 Kitex trap?
So I use a brand made by The Real Shot. TRS is a tackle store in Appleton.
We showed that.
So
screw lock keeper.
Yeah, the screw lock. I did the video on it. It's an awesome jig head for my Kitex. You can catch a bunch of fish on them. The problem is,
I caught 8 in a row on it.
yeah, I gotta call The Real Shot and get my affiliate marketing link hooked up.
Man, are you kidding me? They still haven't done that for you?
Hey, Tom's doing the auction. Gage Wallace, 179.
He's the winner.
I keep forgetting. I gotta get it straight, guys. There's no reason why they can't get that affiliate link working here. You know what I mean? But if you want to support a tackle company that supports the channel, The Real Shot is a company I recommend. Send them an email. Let them know, hey, Smallmouth Crush keeps talking about you. Hook a brother up. I just got a new rod. I got that Dobbins 742 or 744 in the mail today.
You did?
Mm-hmm. Oh, what else we got? Oh, man.
Yeah, he said the affiliate link is messed up for a month, bro.
Yeah.
Dan Hancock says, talk to Tackle Direct. Travis, F those kooks.
No. If they can get it right here,
How long has it been going on now?
I don't know. 2 months. I just got to call. I haven't had time. I'll call Brian and be like, dude, get this shit working. How hard is it to get an affiliate link working, you know?
You haven't had time to call him? Can I see your timesheet?
I'll call him on the way home tomorrow. Listen, today, Eric.
Email can be effective.
Yeah. So my boat, I picked up my boat from Bowers this week. My buddy Ryan, I thought he was my friend, Ryan Bauman. He was supposed to help me put all my electronics and shit on my boat, right?
Yeah.
You follow me, Eric? This is a good story.
Oh, I am. Ryan Bauman was
Help me get hooked up.
Yep.
He does a great job. So about a month and a half ago, I'm driving to the Chesapeake Bay. And we're just having a talk. And I don't ask for information, nothing. He goes, hey, dude, there's some grass in Furnace Bay you need to fish. Okay? I'm like, okay, it's community hole. Everybody goes to Furnace Bay. I guide there every day. There's 80 boats in there every day, right? Nothing new. I don't know what the deal was. Even if he didn't tell me, I'm still going to go into Furnace Bay that day because that's what you do that time of year. Well,
right.
Eric,
best spawning boats on the bay.
Eric, you were with me. You were FaceTiming me when I was fishing, and you go, hey,
right.
Travis, we should go live real quick. And me not thinking anything of it because I'm in a community hole. I don't care.
Right.
Everybody come to Furnace Bay. I don't give a fuck.
Like it's a secret.
Exactly. So we film an Instagram episode. There's 19 people watching. And as soon as the show ends, I get a text from Ryan. I hope it was worth the views. And I'm like, and then I write back, okay. Like nothing made, like, whatever. I thought he was just joking around. Dude, I call that guy twice a week for the last 5 weeks now without a fucking answer. A response. This is a buddy of mine that's butthurt over some Furnace Gray fucking grass.
Wow.
Does not make sense, dude. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's weird. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, you know I run YouTube and fucking social media and teach people how to fish. If you're so upset, don't tell me about a community hole. None of this makes sense, Eric. I'm not mad at him. I just want to fucking hash things out quickly and let's move on and be buddies again. But I can't get a hold of the dude.
Do you think it's like you're frozen out? It's over? Like he's ended the friendship?
I don't think he's that type of person. I think he's. I don't know. I try to put myself in his situation, but as soon as if somebody called me out on it, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. So I don't know. Maybe in the next couple days I'll text him and be like, yo, I dropped my boat off by your house. Just let me know when's a good time to put those electronics on. and then leave it like that. I don't know.
Right, you already got it wired, right? So
it's wired, but I was hoping he would do it. But
Right.
There's too much drama in the fucking Northeast, dude.
Oh, dude, it's everybody, that's my spot. I showed you that. You didn't know about that till I showed you. Oh, man, right? I mean, that's bass fishing generally, right?
Yeah, but I don't get that way. I mean, unless... No, I don't.
No, I mean, everybody's been shown a spot or two. Everybody found the spot that they showed somebody else. And then there's all the community stuff in between.
So now a friend and Mikey Balls hates you. No, Mikey Balls doesn't hate me.
Somebody said, oh, wait, it's not Mikey, is it? Oh, man.
That deserves another White Claw.
Dang, dude. How many weeks has it been? And he won't talk to you?
It's been a good month, dude. I call him twice a week. What I'm going to start to do is try to call him, like, say, 3 o'clock every day for the same time. Like, every day. I'll just call him.
Right.
I'll try that for a week, and then I'll send a text message.
Wow. That's crazy. Damn. Somebody said those 19 people told everybody. And probably none of them were from the Northeast.
I don't know.
Right? Hey, if you were watching the live, and if anybody thinks they could go out and actually find where he was fishing based on that live episode.
You can.
Like, no, dude, literally, honestly, how big was the grass patch? 2 boat lengths? Maybe?
A small little grass patch, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It would take a lot of time. And by that time, there's more grass in Furnace. And
that's what I thought. Anyway. I'm like, first of all, Eric, it's your fault. I never would have went. Ryan and I would still be talking if you didn't fucking call me and be like, hey, dude, you should go live right now.
You didn't tell me that Ryan gave you the grass. If you told me that Ryan gave you the grass, we go, dude, don't go live.
Dude,
you said you
time out. If Ryan never gave me that grass, I would have fished right there anyways because that's what everyone does in March. They go into that area.
Yeah, but that's what you need to tell Ryan. If it's the ditch I'm thinking about, because there's grass.
It's not a ditch. It's just it's fucking Furnace Bay, dude.
Well, there's
Eric, there's no secret. Don't even nod your head like, oh, I know the juice in Furnace. Go in there on a Saturday and you'll find the juice.
We're talking about little depressions and things like that makes a difference.
Well, and first of all, Ryan didn't give me GPS spots. He just said, yeah, I caught some in grass in Furnace. Okay. I found a grass patch.
So that's what you need to tell him. Hey, Ryan, if you ignore my call because you think I fished your grass in Furnace, you told me there was grass in Furnace. A, that's not new news. B, I found my own grass in Furnace, and I decided to go live because I'm a YouTuber and I educate people.
Well,
and it's a community hole, and there's grass every year in Furnace.
Well, someone explain it.
Maybe, no, I think that's what you need to explain to Ryan.
If this fucking dude calls me this week, I'm going to have him on the fucking show to explain himself. He's welcome on the show.
He may be secretly watching tonight.
I hope he is.
Ryan, if you're watching tonight,
you know what?
Travis, not his fault.
I'm gonna look at my phone tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm gonna get a text message from him. Hey, you're a fucking douchebag or something like that is what it's gonna say. Dude, I call it like I see it.
Mike said tour's hotspot. Yeah, now you got everybody pissed.
I have no problem with him. I just talk to me, bro. I got 0 issues with you, dude. And if that pissed you off, then I'll give you whatever you need on Ontario to make it up. What do you need? I'll help you and Johnny V win the next Thayer's fucking tournament on the Finger Lakes. What do you need from me to make this right? That's what I'm going to ask him. What do I got to do to make this right? Fair enough.
I mean, that's a pretty good offer.
I gotta look at these comments now.
Ryan is really Parker. That's the guy that's been trolling you for 4 weeks.
Oh. Oh shit. This is funny. I should give out his number. Everybody can call him.
Uh-oh. That would be bad. Then he might want to fight you.
Joe, nothing's wrong. He's posting on social media. He's not MIA.
Oh, so Joe thought he might have
No, he's fine.
Okay.
Is Big Crank mad at me still? Jimmy, I don't know. We're good.
No, Big Crank's on strike. He ain't coming back. You guys saw the last of Jimmy big time. He ain't coming back. Jimmy, if you're watching, speak up. He's jealous of your shorts. Do it. Travis, is it Shark Week? 10 packs are on sale. I think is that for Ryan?
I don't know, man.
Oh my God. We know who'll be hitting the thumbs down button. This is the first stream where we don't have a thumbs down, Travis.
We had one earlier. They retracted it.
That was very nice. Well, apparently not everybody knew that spot. Oh, God. We've lost Ryan. This is hysterical. Why is Jimmy on strike? Travis, would you like to explain why Jimmy big time is on strike?
Oh, shit. Billy never got the Yozuri prize pack from Ryan Salzman. I just saw that in the comments.
Billy never got the prize pack.
Billy, hey, Billy, we're out of it. He signed a contract when he came on the show. You got to get a hold of him. Send him a message. Yeah. There's our first thumb down of the night. It's about time, you pricks.
There it went, man. Why is Jimmy upset? Jimmy, I'm sorry. Bring Jimmy back. What the fuck did Travis do to Jimmy big time? Damn it, Jimmy needs to come back. You need to make up with him. Oh, my gosh,
I can't get through these comments, dude.
It's crazy. Jimmy's parents. Bill Dance was murdered in Furnace Bay for pirating a spot. This is crazy. Oh, you guys are awesome, man. This is unbelievable. Oh, my God. Saying, Travis, do not fish my lake. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, I felt bad dropping F-bombs earlier in the show, but I guess we can now.
Austin, how about Austin? He got right to it.
Well, I didn't know, dude. He was all, praise the Lord, and the next thing I know, he's talking about homosexuals, so I'm all about it, dude.
Oh, no, dude, I don't even know, man. He's funny, dude. He's funny, dude. We laughed so hard when we went to fish. Oh, my God, Smith Mountain and Norman. It just is a laugh-o-rama, dude. Jimmy is a funny dude, that's for sure. R.I.P. Stay off the grass, Travis. Get it? The reference, as in the reefer. This is crazy. Furnace Bay is a secret of the deep state. Oh my God, this is awesome. I can't handle it.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I'm going fishing on the Potomac this week. You got any spots with grass that you can send me? So when I film,
dude, I'm trying to catch up to these freaking comments right now. I can't.
You can't do it, man. It's crazy.
Holy shit. Let me just try to get through them.
I don't know what to say, man, anymore. This is unbelievable. R.I.P. Ryan Saltzman. I keep on Jimmy David trying to friend Ryan. It's been a horrible week. We lost them all.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. This is killing me, dude. It's Travis. Just tell Ryan you were scouting Furnace Bay for mushrooms and metal detecting spots. You can't save this right now. There's nothing we can do. It's out. It's really spun out of control, man.
Yes.
I don't think you can bring the 169 people back
Yes.
at this point, man.
Yeah, Furnace Bay had good 5G service. That's why we went live. Sorry.
That's right.
Jimmy's mad because, okay. First of all, Jimmy's not mad. Eric's making it up. Eric's fake news when it comes to this topic.
Not fake news, dude.
I talked to
Not
Jimmy
fake
last week.
What'd you guys talk about?
He wanted me to take him out fishing.
That's not what I heard. Maybe we'll have to get Jimmy big time on and solve this mystery right here. I don't think he's coming on tonight. He goes to bed early.
This is where YouTubers come to die.
This is awesome.
Listen, so anyways, so I got my new boat. Balbert did a great job getting everything hooked up. It's not as good as Ryan would have done, but what can you do when your buddy doesn't call you back? And so we got her done, and I took her out to Blue Marsh today, ran it. So the first thing I do is I check everything, right? Live wells, make sure the aerators are going, oxygenators, get familiar. The new nitros this year have like a push button thing, electronic, which I don't like.
Yeah.
That's going to break eventually.
I was just saying, occasionally I'll glance and a comment will come in and I got to start laughing again.
I know.
I know you just did the same thing. I'm not sure which one did you see.
I just hear these tick, 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 tick coming through.
Oh, you're hearing that. Okay.
Yeah.
I read a comment. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so I did that. I like to calibrate my graphs, so that's important. So I take a tape measure. So I put my power poles down, and I'll take a tape measure and stick in the water and find out what the exact depth my boat's on. And then make sure I set my graphs to read true what the depth is. And I start with the bow, or the console, and then when I get to the bow, I will adjust my trolling motor to the spot where I normally would have it. You know, on an average day of fishing where you would have your bow mount set. I would set the depth on those graphs. What else did I do? Oh, learning that Garmin Force. So it's a trolling motor. Dude, that blew me away.
Yeah, you told me. It's super powerful and quiet.
Almost 5 miles an hour.
Wow.
Which, if I felt like I was flying. Like, if you're cruising down the bank and somebody cuts in front of you, you want to get around them and show them who's boss, that force will do the job. You know what I mean? You could just put it on high and just go bloop around them. Took me a while because I didn't look at any manuals or anything. So I'm out there on the lake. It's windy it's blowing, dude. And I'm out there like on my phone trying to get good service, looking up like YouTube tips on how to frickin' turn the thing on. You know what I mean? But it didn't take long. I got it working. It's gonna take a little bit getting used to the foot pedal.
Why? Somebody just asked that question.
It's quick. You know, a little tap, like
super responsive.
It's not smooth like an Ultrex.
Yeah.
But that comes with once you get your foot
calibrated
to the trolling motor, you'll be fine. It'll be like it's just like anything else. Even when I went from a Fortrex to the Ultrex, I felt different. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think that's going to be good. What else did I do? 4.5, 5 miles an hour. Quiet. You could not hear it, dude. You know how your Ultrex just goes. You hear that?
Yeah. Oh,
You don't hear that. I just hope I don't. I'm just trying to keep it nice. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to hit shit with it. None of that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're cruising. You're cruising around at 5 miles an hour in some shallow shit. Whether it be a night on a shoal or hit some submerged log, you're gonna cry, dude. I mean,
that's gonna be bad, man.
But it comes up.
Is there an adjustable screw on the tension? Somebody
Maybe.
just mentioned that.
There might be.
I think there is. You should investigate that. No question about it.
Yeah.
So is the prop on the Garmin decent size compared to the wedge?
So it's a 2-blade. It's I asked a comment on Bass Boat Central today. I asked what other props guys are using on the Garmin Force because I want a backup, and I don't have any, so I'm wondering what guys use. Dude, I love it. There's no interference on my graphs. So even before with my Garmin 2D on an Ultrex, when I hit go, my screen would fill up with shit. I can still read fish, but it would fill up. Now there's no interference.
No interference. That's a big deal.
Yeah, how long until the shaft gets snapped? So here's one bad thing about the Force. Bill, I don't think I screwed up. I love the Garmin. It's another thing.
You haven't really fished it for a season, so you don't know if you love it yet. You like it.
I could tell that it's way better than the Ultrex. I mean, why would I want something louder and something that interferes with my graph? So already I won in my mind. I went with the 50-inch shaft. I think Garmin makes a 50-inch shaft. So I was a little concerned about that because is it 50 or 52?
You said it was 50, not 52.
Yeah, I think they only make a 50 is the middle size. I'm a little nervous about that on big water because I use the 52-inch Ultrex. So we'll see if that makes a difference. What else? I'm just reading the comments here.
Yeah. They say there's a screw on the bottom of the unit, the foot pedal, to adjust the tension on the pedal.
Okay.
Yep. What do you think of the new perspective?
I'm going to get to that. So
all right.
Another good thing is I can control the Garmin with my remote, which took me a while to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's simple. I can also now have it on my Garmin unit at the console. So
Did you say council or console?
Console, but I say console.
Console. Okay. So by the way, somebody said put the graph on a separate battery from the motor, and you won't get the interference. That's what I had him do. I didn't want my trolling motor running on my graph, so I had him wired separate.
Yes and no. You'll still run into some interference, though.
Fair enough.
But, I'm running one main battery and I'm running 236 lithiums right now. Lithium Pros.
You want to with the Lithium Pros again?
Well, honestly, guys, they're the same Lithium Pros I've had since 2015.
And they're still running good?
Yes. Well, I take one back every other year, for warranty work, but
how much life do they have left in them?
I don't know. They're still pretty good.
But they can test it. I mean, they can tell you what it's got.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I was curious.
Tell me. Yeah,
when you take it back for warranty, do they tell you what it?
They normally replace it with a new one. So.
Oh, I got you. Every year.
Well, whenever I have an issue.
Oh, yeah. Cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What do you, just tell them it doesn't work anymore and they give you a free one?
Yes.
Oh, I'm totally getting Lithium Pros then. Nice.
Well, it's $5,000 for the up front.
Yeah, but
not worth it. Not worth it.
Why do you use them still?
Because I still own them. I still own them.
Got you.
I would not pay retail for a brand new pair at that cost.
Again, right? Yeah, I got you. All right. Did they sponsor you?
No. But they work. I think the warranty's 5 or 7 years on those lithiums.
Now, how do they do when they're floating? Are you supposed to float a lithium? Meaning, like, once they receive full charge, do you continue to...
shit.
I've heard issues about that. I don't know.
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
I went with the power pole charging system this year.
I've heard not good things so far, but what do you think?
What the fuck did you hear?
I don't know. I've been reading some articles that there's been some issues.
What the fuck do you read? You read from CNN or what, Eric? Where are you reading these articles?
Of course. I only read from fake news outlets.
Where are you seeing this?
So don't worry about it. You're going to be fine. Why
now
are you
I'm getting all nervous because I'm jacked up about it. I think they're one of the best. If this claims to do what it does, and from what I've seen, it's a game fucking changer. And I use that word like you hear it all the time. No, for real. The power pole charging system that I have in my boat right now is so small, compatible, very small footprint. I have an app on my phone that tells me exactly what's going on. I can
Yep.
jump off my lithiums to start my AGM battery if I die.
Yeah.
Eric, I don't know. Maybe I haven't read those things.
Dude, you got to check this out, man. Jeremy Strasburg caught an 11-pounder from public water in Radford, Virginia. Look at that, man. 11-pounder. How about that? Shenandoah Valley. Unbelievable, man. That just came in. I had to show that off because Shenandoah Valley, that's pretty extraordinary, man. And by the way, 6.8 Kitech in Rainbow.
There you go.
Boom. That's pretty cool that we were talking about 6.8 Kitechs. And that came in. Unbelievable. He's 17 years old. That's pretty cool.
So listen,
Sorry.
Eric. Yeah, anyway, so I think that Power Pole charger is legit. So far from what I've seen.
Right.
What have you read? Can you
I didn't even pay attention to it because I don't own one. But I'm like, darn.
like what did you hear? Do you remember or you don't know?
I don't really remember.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure that you got like generation 2, right? You'll be fine.
I don't know. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. If it sucks,
Because
I'll
you
let you
know,
know.
First year technology is always, a little bit. So I'm really curious to see how you do with your force. It's kind of like the first year Yamaha show, and then the first year Mercury 4-stroke.
Yeah,
I've heard many people had problems with their 4-stroke Mercuries, man.
Yeah, so I did use
Crazy.
a spot lock on the force. Everything seemed to work out. I don't know, Eric. If that, I can't say enough about that Power Pole charger. Like, I'm so excited about it. Like, you know how you have that big ass box of the what's the one that it's in every boat? The Minn Kota 4-bank charger, or you have the I forgot the other brand. It just it's so small and compact. Everything's on my phone. I can see what's being charged, where the juice is going. I don't know. I hope it works out for me. I really do, because that's one of my biggest issues I've had with bass boats is the charging system. If you guys knew the stories during tournaments and things like that, you wake up at 4 a.m. and your shit isn't charged, or there's a lot of issues. So I'm hoping that it works out. 11-pounder came out of Furnace Bay on Ryan Bauman's spot, I see.
And Gage Wallace wants a shout out. I don't know why, but hey, Gage, I'm giving you a shout out.
We gave him plenty of shout outs.
We did? I don't remember. Do you know him?
No. So Sean, I don't know about when I spot locked on with the force, it kept me right where I needed to be, so I don't know the issues with it. I love the trolling motor. You guys know I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use this product for a year, and I'll let you know. Joe, so I love Stealth. I've been with Stealth. I love Danny from Stealth, but I don't need the Stealth after the Power Pole charging system. And I hate to say that, because if you guys want to talk shop and batteries, Danny's where I got my lithium pros from. So if you're looking at lithiums, I would contact Danny. A Stealth charging system is going to be less expensive than the Power Pole system. Customer service at Stealth is amazing. I love Stealth, but Power Pole said, hey, Travis, we'd like you to try this charger for the year. And I love Power Pole, you know what I mean? So I'm going to try it. You don't need I don't need the Stealth with the Power Pole charging system.
There you go.
And Joe, yes, I run Stealths all the time. Power Pole's coming out with a new trolling motor probably next year, so I don't know. Yeah, what I love about the Force is I have a transducer that's built in for my 2D, my side image, and my down image.
Yeah.
It's brushless, it's quick, it's quiet, it's compact. I can deploy it very easy. You know how with the Ultrex, sometimes even if you didn't have the 360 on top of it, but when you deploy it, you gotta like babysit it on the way down. With this, it's like boom. When you pick it up, it comes back to the position it needs to be in automatically as you're pulling it. I don't think about it. And the wires are put on it perfectly. Are you reading some of these comments, Eric?
I am.
Okay, good.
Sean Lai wants to know, why isn't Jimmy Big Time coming back? He's going to punch you.
He will be back, Sean, I promise.
But they want to know why he's not coming back.
Because Eric made it up. Okay. I want to keep talking about the boat, Eric.
All right, sorry.
All right. We'll get into
I'm just trying to, like, our super user Sean, our super fan, deserves an answer.
He does. I agree.
And if it was anybody other than Sean,
and Sean,
I'd let you roll on the boat. Why is Jimmy Big Time on strike?
I don't know. Never mind. I should be pissed at Eric. You know, everybody's pissed at everybody. I'm not even going to go there.
Why are you pissed at me?
Because you're doing other YouTubers all the time. Every Saturday, every Wednesday. I look at my social media. Oh, Eric's live on another YouTube channel. And
it's only because you don't let me talk about baits all the time.
And then I call him up and call him out. And I go, bro.
You're not fulfilling my personal needs. You're not fulfilling my personal needs. It's just I can't get enough of it.
All right,
so I gotta go to other outlets to fulfill my personal needs.
Real quick, let me get through the walkthrough of the nitro.
All right, go ahead, man.
Yeah, so the force. I'm hoping it works out. God, everything's beautiful. Bass Boat Technologies is the mount systems I use for my graphs. So I have 2 Eco Maps up front. And then at the console, I have a Humminbird and a Garmin. So the first thing I do, I was hoping that new high-def side view image transducer from Garmin would be like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, this thing's awesome for side image. It wasn't. It still doesn't compare to the Humminbird. So that's why I run the Humminbird at the console as well as a Garmin. But, so I put bow number 1 is straight down for side image, or for live view. Bow number 2 is forward or perspective view. I tried them all out today. These comments are funny.
Nice flying in, man. You started it. And they're finishing it. If you give them a little morsel, they're going to roll.
All right, so guys, so it was a new boat, a brand new boat. So I ordered it without a charger. So I put that PowerPole charger up along the side. I'm going to do a whole video on it. So the perspective view, I had a hard time. I was in Blue Marsh. I have no idea what to do in Blue Marsh. I made like 8 casts today just to make sure I could see my bait on the live scope. Okay? And I tried the perspective view, and I saw some shit moving around. I literally had it on for 4 or 5 minutes, and I just had too many other things to deal with. So that's going to be a learning curve. Perspective view is basically Garmin's way of showing a more of a 360 style, if you will.
Okay.
Is that fair to say that?
Yeah.
These comments, dude. Anyways, and I got that little handheld deal at the console of my boat with my live scope now, so I'll learn that. What else was I impressed with? Speed. I almost hit 72 miles an hour with a half a tank of fuel and a 25 4-blade Fury. I have a 24 4-blade. I have a 25 that's been blueprinted arriving next week that I'm planning on putting on the boat. But here's my thoughts. All these boats are coming with 23 Fury 3-blade props on their new Mercury motors. I don't think that's the right prop for a lot of these boats.
All right.
I think they have an overabundance of 23 pitch Furies, and that's what they're doing.
Ooh, really?
I do. What are you doing?
People are just asking me to show different baits, so I have to, man. Go ahead. Don't worry, they're still watching. They're listening to you.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Listen, guys, I'm not mad at Eric doing his own freelance thing. I don't. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's good. Everything's good.
And no, he can fire me anytime. This is Travis's show. And, he did threaten to let me go. And I said, dude, good luck, man. I said, it's all good, man. I said, I'll find my way. It's all good. He's the host. It's Smallmouth I'm just happy. I'm happy to be a guest whenever he wants me to be.
Yak and Bass wants to know how fast I can go on the new blade. So in my
That's pretty cool.
In my development here, I went up on the hill, and it's like a slow sloping hill. But Eric, bro, so I went down that, and I was cruising on my rollerblades, right? And I'm thinking, holy shit, I'm old. I don't really know what I'm doing. And I got up to a speed that was very uncomfortable.
Ooh.
And I could just see cracks coming up in the sidewalk and shit.
Oh, no. You had to blow out.
I can blow out in the grass. You stop immediately. Thank God. But, so far, no broken legs.
No injuries. Yo, man. All right, cool.
All right, you talk cranks. I got to step out 1 second again.
Where are you going now, man?
I got to piss again, bro. And then we got to wrap this bitch up.
All right. I'm hold on. I was supposed to check my DMs on Instagram. All right, guys, it was Lake Frederick where that giant 11-pounder came from. So Radford Outdoors sent that, man. That's outstanding, man. You know it, man. I got you. Anytime somebody catches an 11-pounder or a DD, you send me a picture. I will be sure to show it for everybody to enjoy because that is a special fish. That is a fish of a lifetime. How many people have caught a DD, a double digit, man, sound off? You know what I mean? Let's see. Sang Steven. That's right. He's got to hit the grass and furnace quick. He just wants to do a couple laps with rollerblades.
Woo!
Googans. There you go. Ah, exactly.
What happened?
So the guy, he texted me back and said what lake that the 11-pounder came from. Lake Frederick in the Shenandoah Valley, man. That's pretty cool, man.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's see, man. 9 threes, biggest. I asked everybody what their biggest, who's caught a DD. You know what I mean? Sang Steven says he can only dream of one. Matthew Cote with a 10-2. Sean Lai caught a 120-pound Goliath grouper.
Nice.
St. Crest wants to know what's going on in the bay. He's been struggling. Travis is going out tomorrow. You'll find him in Furnace. Go watch what he does.
No. So,
hey, St. Chris, head over to Furnace Bay. If he recorded the live, you'll be able to see where he was. I probably know where that grass is.
There's a lot more grass in there now, for sure.
Of course, man. So I'm gonna say, if you can't catch him on a moving bait like a chatterbait or a trap, you're gonna catch him on some type of flipping bait because they've set up. You know what I mean? Oh my God, 10-2 on a Vision 110. Justin 7-15.
Hella
man,
bass,
nice.
hella bass, 8-3. But you're from Minnesota, bro. That's
whoa.
shit.
Stephen Judd with the 10.05 on the Bling and the Loomis crankbait series that I do believe I turned him on to.
So
That's awesome.
I did not get the pro.
8-3, not bad. Hella bass.
I didn't get the pro pack on my Nitro. I'm really excited. I can't wait to show you guys the whole. So I went. Oh, there's so much to it, Eric.
10-5 on a D-bomb in Furnace.
Eric.
Talk to me, Chief. Go ahead, man. Go. What you got?
I don't know. So tomorrow's guide trip, I'm gonna start.
What are you planning to do?
I gotta feel the guy out, see what he wants to do.
What's the water temperature on the bay, do you think?
It'll be in the upper 50s. I haven't out.
Upper 50s, not breaking 60? Damn.
I don't know what he wants or how comfortable he is. Like, is he a spinning rod guy with a chatterbait? Or, you know what I mean? So I got to figure that out. I'm going to start drop shotting and Ned rigging. in a certain
Nice.
area. Then I'm going to go run another spot and probably throw chatterbaits. And then I'm going to run 2 other spots. There's
Well,
a
we
lot.
got a 14-4 Mission Viejo. Sorry. 11-4 on Rayburn. 6XD. That must have been fun. St. Crest said it was 56 in Furnace today. That's good news. That's good info. It'll break 60 by Saturday. Sure, for sure.
We'll see. We'll catch some fish tomorrow.
Yeah, Dan Hancock said, start out in Furnace on some numbers that Ryan gave you.
Nope.
And go live, by all means.
Honestly, I probably won't be in Furnace tomorrow.
That'll be your backup plan.
Nah. If you want to see a bunch of other boats.
Sure. Right. You're going to go some road less traveled.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I got to break in the nitro.
Yeah.
I can't wait, dude.
Yeah, that's right, man.
All these guys will probably see me in Furnace later in the day. They'll be like, there you are.
Kevin Stone says he'll be on the bush.
I will, I'm probably going to be down there on Thursday.
In the Bush River?
In that area, yeah.
10-4.
Yeah, I don't know if the guy's going to want to throw cranks tomorrow. We'll see.
I gotcha. Wow, 10-5 on a buzzbait. California Delta Big Whirlpool, man. That must have been fun to see. Minnesota 6-11. That's stout for Minnesota. Because you know how bass grow in cold weather. Fast.
Oh, shit. I'm down to my last White Claw, bro.
Uh-oh. I've had 0 White Claws. 1 cup of coffee and some water. Why don't I drink on this show, dude? Somebody's got to stay sober for the whole stream. Oh, my God. Nanacoke, Corey Powell. Talk to me about the Nanacoke. How's that fishing? That can be a tough, tough river. The Marshy Hope. Is that where you're going? Old Line Stay Pappy, man. I don't have a guitar. You must have seen a stick. I'll tell you a story about this stick. Do you want to hear a story about a stick? No.
Please do.
No. I got an arrowhead. You saw that one last. You were pretty tripped out when I reached over and got an arrowhead out for you, right?
Yes.
Something you're dying to do. And
Can I see that again?
Yeah, of course, man. Can you see it with the shadows? There you go. That's a good picture of it.
That is a good one.
Pretty good, right? It's in pretty good shape.
How big is that?
Man, well, I mean,
2 inch?
I'll hold it up. Hold on. Let me hold it up to the June bug crankbait for reference.
Oh, wow. Shit, dude.
Right?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a pretty big arrowhead.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, man.
What sucks, though, Eric, is you found one you didn't get hooked on it.
I didn't, because I figured, I achieved the mission, and that's all I needed to do was just to find one.
You said you stumbled upon it. You weren't searching for an arrowhead.
I didn't say I was. Did I say I was searching?
Which hydrowave? I still got a hydrowave in the basement. I didn't put it on this one.
Why not? Don't believe in it?
Too many cables running around.
Oh, my God, you're right. In front of your boat must be just mad.
By the way...
But you did a really good job wiring it, right?
Somebody did.
You labeled everything this year. Is that something you did for the first time, or...
I what?
Like color-coded all the wires?
Oh,
so you knew
shit,
where they were going?
If you knew what I went through. So I drilled holes today. Yeah, I'll get to all that. I put special protective tape around areas in the nitro. Like, it's going to be awesome. If you guys are buying a nitro, you're going to want to watch this video. Or any boat, for that matter. Because it is... I'm so excited to share it with you guys. It is set up. It's for sale. It'll be ready at the end of November.
Yeah, has anybody been out in Potomac? I'm headed there Thursday.
What? With who? You won't fish a fucking day with me, but all of a sudden...
No, it's the first free day I've had for
all,
real.
all of a sudden you realize that, hey, maybe this fucking COVID isn't really what they're saying, and I'm just going to go fishing.
No, that doesn't have anything to do with it.
No, you didn't
So
fish with
it
me
literally.
Okay, hold on, Eric.
You would have taken me
Eric,
fishing?
if none of this happened, you would have fished with me already? Or not?
So if none of it happened, I wouldn't have been slammed at work.
Oh.
And I would have been fishing with you, for sure.
Okay. All right.
Flat out, for sure. For sure. For sure. And if you got any openings in the next couple of weeks, I'm coming with you.
Wear your fucking mask. Otherwise, you're not coming.
No problem. I'll wear a buff the whole time. Whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Speaking of buffs, when's my shipment going to get here?
Oh, God, it's coming from
Nope. Mexico.
Then it should be here soon. South of the border. It's coming in on the rat boat.
A rat boat. Hey, I watched the...
rat boat.
I finally got through Ozark.
All right, what'd you think?
I knew it was going to be kind of an epic ending, but I didn't think it would be that way. And there's more to the story, dude. Like, what happens? When do they get killed off?
Do you think don't spoiler alert for me because I haven't watched the final show.
Oh, well.
So do you believe there'll be another season? You can tell me that.
There should be.
Is that okay? So they've been.
I'll
setting
tell
it
you
up.
what. Do not get involved with the Mexican drug cartel in any whatsoever.
That's
do not
crazy,
do
right?
anything with them. Nothing.
Brutal, right?
I don't care if they want to buy fucking crankbaits from you, Eric. Do not sell from the fucking cartel. I swear, dude. Because that shit's
crazy.
real. It's about as accurate as it gets. These motherfuckers are ruthless, dude. They don't think twice about fucking putting a bullet in your head. There's organizations like that.
Oh no! I mean, been some great documentaries. Look at the murder rate down there.
Look at
crazy.
the Clintons. I mean, what'd you say?
I didn't say a word, dude.
Oh man, what a good show!
Travis, you got any openings in the next couple of weeks? Sounds like somebody might want to book a trip with you.
Oh, let me take a look.
What's the schedule like?
Oh fuck! So much shit here. My paperwork's so disorganized.
Well, in general, you're pretty damn
I'm
organized.
trying to be.
No, you're doing a good job, man.
Not so much in May. June, I still have. So I got an interesting call last week.
Yeah?
From the government.
Okay.
And they wanted to. You're like, okay, where's this going? No, for real, Eric. The government called me. And they want to go out 3 trips to monitor and look at the grass, the submerged vegetation in the Chesapeake Bay, and do some research on it. So,
wow.
Yeah, so that's in June. I took 3 dates for them. I probably have 5 or 6 dates in June available still. That's about it.
Okay.
But yeah, I get to go out and have people rake up some milfoil.
Are you going to play them?
I don't know.
Any podcast or
I
anything?
don't know what to
think
do.
You'll be able to? Yeah. Why don't you just stick to the grass?
That's what we're doing.
Are you going to take them straight to Ryan's grass and furnace? Have them rake up that whole patch.
Right?
It'll be over.
No, they want to do some samples because
do you know where you're going to do the samples on the bay?
She has some satellite images that she wants to take a look at. So,
man, this will be good.
Wherever they
want.
I mean,
ostensibly, if she's looking to dig up grass, she's going to take you to the grass. Yeah. If she's got more powerful satellites than are available to the general public.
She sent me the links. It's all up to me, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where would that take
So I actually have to do Conowingo,
wow.
Clark or something. The pool above it. I have
That's
it written
wild.
Down somewhere, and then another pool above that too. So
you're going to go to Conowingo. Last time I was at Conowingo, I could not find any good. We found some good milfoil in there.
Yeah.
By the island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of catfish. Unfortunately, flatheads. Now they're there. That's bad.
I read these comments too.
They're awesome. Yeah, you just think it's the DNR coming to do a grass sampling. They're listening.
What do you mean?
Well, they know what you did last summer.
Oh, dude, come on.
It's now I'm kind of worried for you. Like I have known guides my entire life. They've never gotten a call like that. If I was you, I'd cancel immediately. They're on to you, brother. Sorry. And if we don't see you come back from those trips, where should we look? You might want to give me the. You might just want to stream live the entire time, just so we know they can't take you out.
I think it's gonna be the lamest thing. Like, no, they were asking. So,
I think there's more nefarious things at hand here. I'm very concerned for you, actually.
what?
Knowing you, I'd be worried. Don't do it.
I'm doing. I already booked. It's 3 days of looking for grass.
So you think?
Yes. What
I
else?
would do it. I would do a total frisk before she gets on the boat, and I'd watch her every move. Do not turn your back to her. I mean, you gotta have listening devices on your boat, bug tracking. Oh my gosh, they finally found you, dude.
They already asked. She goes, "You gotta wear a mask and all that." And I said, "Yep."
I can't believe you agreed to it. You're such a sellout.
About what?
You agreed to wear a mask?
She sounded very concerned.
About the grass or about the mask?
About the mask.
Are you going to educate her while she's on the boat about
Nope.
the whole...
I'm gonna wear the mask.
You're actually just going to do it.
Yes.
Man, this seems so cross-grained to what you stand for. I mean, are you selling out?
I don't know, dude.
Is that what it's come to? You could have had 3 regular Joes that just wanted to go fish without mask, and you're taking somebody out to do grass samples?
I don't
Well,
know.
Do you have to do the raking?
No, she's
Of the-
she's bringing her own rake.
Like a garden rake or some type of specialized grass rake?
I don't know. Whatever the government has.
I love how you say the government.
They want to do samples of. They want to just see how the grass, like, how the grass is growing and stuff.
Dude, this sounds so fishy. I can't even believe what's happening now. Are you kidding me? I like that you're really for real. You didn't just make this up.
I swear to you, Eric, I have 3 days booked with the government that want to take samples of grass in the Chesapeake Bay and the pools above it.
Do you know what branch of the government you're dealing with here?
No.
Did you get a name? Have you done your research on this person yet?
No.
In this agency?
It's fine. I
From
don't mind.
the government.
It'd be cool to learn about the grass. I'm sure she's got a lot of good stuff to say about it. I'm interested.
If that's all that's happening,
What else would be happening?
that's for you to say because you have these ideas in your head. So I was thinking you could figure it out after you did some research. Why do you take it at face value? You're going cross-grained to everything we've ever talked about, or you try to tell me about all this stuff.
I can't even keep up with these comments.
There's no way you'll be able to. You're going to have to go back and read them. I'm not even looking at them at this point. I just looked at a few of them and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're rolling, man. These people are hysterical. Crab baskets.
Jeez, dude. I don't know. Help me.
Is she going to tip you?
I don't know. I hope so.
You think she's going to tip you? She can't. Are you going to give her a hat for coming out?
Wow, people are making me a little nervous right now.
Exactly. Carol Baskin. Grass tigers. Oh my gosh. You've lost the stream, dude.
Wow.
I don't know where this is
That's
going.
why I do this. I do this to watch the comments from you guys.
I'm pretty much here for the comments myself, man.
Wow.
Yep. You're asking for basket. Oh, this is the best. This is the best stream of comments I've seen ever, man. Wow.
It's not a sting. This is late June when I'm taking them out.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Netflix. Netflix from Jamie Newton. Grass State, the Travis Manson disappearance. Juice Newton. That's incredible. Coming to a Netflix series near you. Grass State. I'm going to pass out, man.
Oh my God. Help me.
Oh, I can't, man.
Oh.
Eric Gilbert says show up in a Speedo and you only have to take her one day. Mutiny on the stream. It's over, bro. Shadow passing.
God.
This is unbelievable, man. Oh.
Oh, fuck.
This is unreal, man. Dave Shine said, I'm going to have to ask her if you've ever been probed.
Dude.
Oh, this is as good as the Angry Elf man laugh. I'm telling you. Oh, I got to take a deep breath, man. You blew my mind with what you just said. I mean, there's the stream comments and then there's the reality of this. Oh.
I'm not worried.
I'm glad you're not.
I can't believe this stuff.
I can't.
Yeah, so we're looking for... So she has areas that we need to explore.
What areas? Any areas in the boat?
It's not a sting, Joe. Come on.
I didn't say it was.
No, they're serious. They want to do studies on the grass growth for emergent vegetation, and they have areas mapped up that they want to go to.
Okay.
I saw the map. First of all, the map she sent was like their depth contours are way off. I'm like, no, we can. I know where the grass is on Conowingo. I don't know the above pools, but
Yeah.
she has ideas of areas that we need to look. So,
All right. That's cool. I can't. I'm trying to get back into it too. It's just,
I don't even know, man.
I don't either, man. You just blew everybody's mind. You're gonna wear a mask. The government called 3 days with some lady. You don't know what agency. You're not gonna research anything. It just. Who are you tonight? Whew.
Yeah, no, they're serious. I'm not worried. It's not a sting. If I can help out in government research.
Who are you, man?
What?
You're not Travis Manson.
Dude, there's parts of the government that are for real that are patriots.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. That's good to know.
Yeah, it's only a small percentage of the crooks.
Amen. Amen.
But
All right. Looking for Jimmy Hoffa. I like that one.
oh man, Eric. So
Sounds like a government Ozark episode.
Ozark. Let's recap the show tonight. I'm dying for more info.
On
The
the Swimbait game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a lot to learn.
Mm-hmm.
It can get really. I mean, but he did a good thing by showing how simple he keeps his Swimbait box, right?
Yeah.
Because he spent a lot of time with different brands, and I think he narrowed down his choices. So he glide baits a lot, and if he's talking about the ABT, he's told you that for a good reason. I mean, resin bait versus a plastic bait that if you hit a dock, you could crack your bait for sure. So the ABTs are super, 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 super durable, and the whole 3-hook deal, something to listen to for sure, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No question about it. I was surprised he pulled out that Citizen from Working Class Zero.
Really?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I know just about everything he throws. We talk a lot about swim baits, and I spent some time swim baiting with him, so we've had a lot of conversations over the years about swim baits. And as his swim bait game changed and emerged, and as he grew, as he got on the water as a guide, it's pretty cool. So, yeah, and I'll share some JDM knowledge with him on some, crankbaits and other stuff that has really, really worked out well for him recently. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, serious question. Have you gotten a haircut in the last 3 months?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Because you got the late, like you can almost do a man bun pretty soon.
Oh no, I don't even.
What drives me crazy is I like to have nice and tight on the sides.
Yeah.
And it's not anymore.
Right. But you could use clippers.
I know, but I'm to the point where I just want to see how far we can get her. Meaning I don't and I'm a 3 weeks every 3 weeks going to get my hair cut.
Yeah, so you got yours is way longer than normally it would be. Like you're 4 times in.
It's Elite Series status back in the day when I used to go 10, 12 inches, dude, straight up.
Really? Are you going to just let it go, man?
Yeah, I think this whole summer, even if they lift the stuff.
Yeah, just going to let it roll. For how long? The whole summer?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, are you going to be looking like Rick Clunn at the end with the ponytail?
I would like to have long hair. Like
really?
Like down to here. I really would.
Nah. Have you ever in your life?
Never.
Have you ever in your life?
I've had it long, very long. But I've never gone, why not? Like, why would you get it cut now? Just keep it going. See what happens. I'm past the maintenance stage, where you're like, oh, I want long hair, but it looks fucking ridiculous. I'm 3 weeks past that stage. Now it's just like, who cares?
You're going to get the fighter flow going, man.
Yeah. Anywhere I go, it doesn't matter. I go into the store and buy my White Claw today. I wear my mask. I have my glasses on, my hat, and she asks for my ID. I'm like, how the fuck do you even know I'm the person on my ID? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true, right?
She's like, you got a good point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
And then she started asking me about my purchases.
Who did?
The girl at the counter.
Why?
She was curious about these.
No, you use those little squirts?
Yeah. So a viewer that watches our channel recommended I try those for my Tito's and what is it? Seltzer water mix.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I do.
What flavor?
So I like black cherries what I got, but I got another cherry, black cherry, and I got a blueberry lemonade.
That's cool.
Squirt it in the seltzer water and add some Tito's.
I used to do the iced tea one. That was pretty cool.
High C?
No, iced tea.
Iced tea flavored squirt?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if it was my. Yeah, I think it was the same company. Yep.
Sean, we have to wear a mask here in Pennsylvania. I can't go into a store without a mask on.
You wearing your buffs, your fishing buffs? That's what I do. Ain't no big deal.
I wear my special buff, Eric.
What's your Oh, your SMC?
No. I had one custom made about 3 weeks ago that says
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Your
Scamdemic all over
your
it.
political statement.
It says Scamdemic all over the mask. So when I walk in the store, everybody knows where I stand on the subject. So when someone gets close to me and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir," I go, "It's no big deal, bro. Fucking touch me. I don't care. We're good."
Touch me.
Yes.
That's kind of odd. It's an odd thing to say to a stranger. You're like one of those people with the big bumper sticker. You got to have your political beliefs known and just shout it out.
No, I don't, Eric. If I did,
give a fuck.
if I was one of those guys, my truck would be fucking covered. My wrap would be a political bumper sticker. But I'm not like that.
Yeah, because you basically wouldn't have a sponsor.
No, I wouldn't. If people don't want to sponsor, because if sponsors don't want to sponsor me because of my beliefs and what I stand for, they can fuck off. I don't want them.
Well, then you should try wrapping your boat in what you believe. Be authentic. Just wrap your car. Be one of those crazy people that drives around DC with all those crazy messaging. You should do that. You could wrap your boat. You could just speak it out loud. Play it on a loudspeaker. Drive around. See how that works.
Because I found out that the majority of people either don't care.
Exactly my point.
So why bother changing people? I know what I know, and I'm not trying to influence other people with my beliefs.
Except for with your scarf. But that's fine.
It's just a statement, dude.
I agree. I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter to me.
No.
I just was curious why you did it.
Because I was upset.
I know you're upset. You're always upset. You're always upset. You are always upset. If I let you roll, you would always be upset.
You do keep me in track a little bit.
I try my best. All right. Where are we?
I don't know. I keep hearing beeps. I haven't looked at the comments in a while.
I just flossed my teeth with a business card. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, man. Guys, we've been through this 2 months ago. I can't talk about certain things on this show.
Tell them why you can't.
Because Eric doesn't allow me to.
No, because you said, and you said it live, and we could go back and run the film, that if your prediction, which you said on live, about the solar flare, that's what they would say, the internet was going down, you would have to protect your home for 3 days only, and there was a reason. And if I said, if that doesn't come true, we had a deal. If it came true, you could do it. If it didn't come true, you could never bring that shit up to me again. And I even allow you privately to bring stuff up because I want to hear and keep my mind open. But you promised that this show would never be about that again. You made a promise. You made a commitment. If you want to break it, which you have a few times, that's fine.
When?
I don't get all crazy. You throw little digs in
to be funny, to be funny.
I know, but what I'm saying is you made a promise to me and the viewers. And all I would say is I'm holding you accountable to your promise. It's not that I won't let you. It's that you're being accountable to your promise, that your sources were wrong. You were wrong. We made a deal.
I don't want to get into this with you, but certain parts of the country did lose certain capability.
You are in fucking fantasy land.
Okay.
You have been brainwashed. Let's not go there tonight again.
Guys,
said you made a blanket statement.
Fine.
Everybody's internet would go down. They would blame it on a solar flare. Protect your home. Have food and water for 3 days. And after those 3 days, very serious things would happen. None of it came true.
John, hold on to that cash and you're safe. You still should have cash on hand. I'm surprised you could get 10 grand. I couldn't. I had to go in certain... Some people are taking my advice. Listen, I still got 30 gallons of gas in the back behind the house here.
Congratulations. good luck. I can't wait to the day that you said I used it and I was right.
Eric, preppers are.
I pray that it
You
doesn't
should
happen.
prep, Eric. If I had a cellar, I would have canned, sauerkraut, pickles. I'd have all that stocked up, bro. If I had the resources,
Believe me, I know you would.
I'd
I know.
have a supply of that.
I got you, dude. I got you. I don't fault you for what you think you need to do.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I don't prescribe, right? You do.
All right. So
but
guys want to know what happened between me and Jimmy because you keep making it a big deal, which I don't think it is. So before the auction, about 2 days.
I'll tell you right now, and I'll go on record on film right now because people are watching. 437. He's not coming back until you make it right.
What?
That's it. That's all I'm going to say. It's between you and him, and he'll tell you. You know already what it is. I told you what it was.
It wasn't.
And if you make it right, you can believe what you believe.
You know what? This is
I'll believe what I believe.
bullshit. You know what? Jimmy, just like Ryan, need to fucking call me.
Or
what?
you could just solve the problem.
Which is?
I already told you. I hope you were listening.
It's not going to happen.
Then guess what? It's over.
It's done.
Fair enough.
You know what? Screw that, dude. This is bullshit.
I hear you.
If he's that pissed over this,
No, you have a view and I have a view and he has a view, and I can educate you about the full view. You're thinking only one thing. It's more than that.
all right, guys. Next week, this week Thursday, we're not going to have a live. We might go live this weekend,
Oh, man,
Saturday
that's
for
amazing.
sure. Next Tuesday. But guess what? In the meantime, if you want to watch Eric live, maybe go to some other YouTuber. He might be on live. Until next time, we'll see you on the water.